So, welcome back, everyone. When last we left off last week, the party continuing their adventure into the southwestern town of Frostfollow in order to figure out the recent months of kidnappings and assault attacks during the night. The party has been tasked with investigating all of these weird mishaps. They've come to realize that these are the consistent readings of a species known as the Yuanti, a long-thought extinct race of snake-like humanoids that seem to focus on the either slaughter or stealing of many of the denizens of the town. In a fierce but short battle broke out the night the party arrived to town, with the unfortunate falling of Krinor, the party's deep gnome cleric. While they reconciled with that, they discovered a possible means of resurrection lies within a very expensive material component and something known as the heart of a nightmare. Apparently there are multiple ways to answer this riddle. In the morning, they discussed their possible options of what to do and where to go, whether they abandon the town and search for this nightmare, or whether they stay and help. Part of their decision was made for them with the arrival of Rethenir, who has returned to the party. The Haunty High Elf had come back at the behest of his deity, sensing that the balance of the party had been off-put. With him, in heavy chains, was a large, brutish orc character, who identified itself as Lotor, and when faced with both the vaguely elven Malin and the full elf Rethenir, desperately tried to grab a piece of paper out of his bag that simply read no. The party, at the behest of Lawmaster Esvil Tallstag, the resident ruler of the town, ventured north, following the tracks of the great host that had been coming back and forth, where they found, well, two of them found a heavily illusioned temple that seemed to be using some powerful illusion magic to keep both its sight and sound locked away from anyone but the very keen observer. However, the clanking, clicking, and clacking party was made themselves alerted to a passing patrol, and Rethenir, due to the magical effect of his armor, was able to sense their presence before they got too close. However, during their attempted escape to run, Malin, who understood that Abyssal is potentially one of the languages that these creatures understand, stopped, turned around, and used, I believe, either minor imager or minor illusion to create a sign of hailing in Abyssal. The rest of the party slowly realized that Malin was no longer running to them, turned around, looked with mixed reactions of awe, horror, and what the fuckery, and as their sorcerer wizcaster now stood defiant, magical image in hand, as 5 of these serpentine humanoids began bearing down several dozen feet away. For the purposes of this, to see who gets to react first and all this, I would like you all to please roll initiative.
Ooh, straight into it.
Oh,
Boy.
Just to see how quickly everybody reacts to this very quick changing situation.
Hey, buddy, just remember, you can only punch them right now.
first roll with my new metal dice.
Ooh, grats! Is it your first metal dice?
Hmm?
Is it your first metal dice?
It is.
Ooh. Heavy or light?
They're pretty heavy.
Okay.
Are we answering our own initiative?
If you can, and then I'll move stuff around.
Combat music.
I'm gonna get there. Don't worry.
Pokemon battle music.
Obviously.
What time is it? What
Final
time?
Fantasy.
Like I said.
There it is.
Ooh, that D4 that feels deadly.
Yeah, yeah, they're painful. I mean, I never stepped on it.
I don't get why they don't champ for the corners of those.
Wow, 3 7s. Look at you guys.
I
Maitland,
can-
what's your dexterity?
My dex is 16.
16. Okay. Lotor, what's your dexterity?
Mine is 11.
Okay, so that stands. Haruki, you got a 22.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And Rethanir, you got 13.
13.
Okay. All right. So this is roughly where you all were located when you realized that Malin had stopped running. I'll turn that down a little bit.
Just to make sure, I only see 3 people in the turn order. Am I in the turn order?
Yes, you are.
Then it's fine, I trust you.
I have Haruki, Rethanir, Malin, Lotor, Dinar, and the patrol.
Yeah, I also
I got a
only
13.
see them.
Okay. You got a 13?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey!
What's your
Buddy.
dexterity?
12.
Rethanir, what's your dexterity?
15.
Okay.
What?
All right. So, Haruki, you are the first to react. You spin around, seeing most of the party is now behind you. Several potentially hostile humanoids behind them. You see Emilian standing there with some sort of shimmering arcane something in his hand.
I will charge back towards Malin. I will grab him and start dragging him with us.
Okay.
Nice.
Can I resist?
Yes, contesting. This is going to be a grapple check. So, Haruki will make an athletics check. Malin make an athletics or acrobatics, whatever is higher.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Natural 20. So 23 total. Haruki, what'd you roll?
16.
16.
Slap him on the way out.
So he comes up, and Malin, barely giving you a half glance, you go to grab his arm, and he, in a rather serpentine motion, slithers out of the way and back and stands resolutely where he is. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Yeah, shout out. This was a scouting mission! And that's it.
Okay. All right. Rethanir, it is your turn. Also, hi, Blim.
Hi! How y'all doing? Okay, well, seeing that fail, but having been about to do a very similar thing, just magically, I think we're out of map, but I'm going to start moving away from the baddies, and as I...
Let's see if I can add.
Actually, sorry, how many baddies are there?
Make a perception check. They're pretty far away, and they seem to blend in well with the environment.
24.
24. They're not attempting to hide, so because they're running at you with weapons drawn. You see about 5 individuals, all
Okay.
roughly humanoid shape. So like none of them seem especially large or small,
Okay.
but you can make out about 5 entities.
And they are too goddamn far away. Okay.
Quite a ways away, yes.
I am going to start moving away from them in the direction we were running. And as I get to about 30 feet away from Malin, I'm going to cast command on him to come.
Can I counterspell as a reaction?
Because you're facing the opposite.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say make a perception check because you're very focused on what you're attempting to. So make a perception check or make an Arcana check to see if you can sense the spell
Okay.
going off. Also, how many? Because you haven't rested yet. How many more counter spells do you have?
Oh, I rolled an 8.
Great. Okay. Actually, no. It's been a new day. You guys have gone. You're fine. Never mind. Well, actually, no. Since the stuff you did with Lotor and everything, so you should have plenty. So unfortunately, because you're so focused on what you're trying to do, and you just kind of sort of rolled out of the way of Haruki. I'm going to say that you were too focused to realize that he was casting a spell. So Rethanir, your command does go off. So
All right, then he needs to make a wisdom save.
Is this a charm spell?
It is not.
Okay. Two.
Oh, yeah, that'll fail real hard. So you have to use your.
You don't know
dexterity
that.
to approach me. I do know that.
Yeah, can I still say whatever I want as I'm approaching Rethanir?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But
okay.
you just have to use your action and your movement to complete what he said. And he said come to him. So you can still your mental you can talk, but you have to move towards him.
I can obey his commands in whatever way I want, though, as long as I'm still obeying that command.
Well,
you have to move by the shortest path.
Yeah, you have to go by the
yeah.
shortest, most direct path. You can't be like, I'm gonna take a Yui and like zigzag.
Right, but
around.
I can walk backwards.
I don't see why you can't.
Cool, awesome.
But we can figure that out on your turn, because right now it's Dinar's turn.
Right. So I guess I would have moved farther south off the
Yeah,
map.
I tried adding more to the map, but it wouldn't let me. So we'll just say that you're 25 feet off the map.
Okay.
Would it be an action to give Lotor his hand axes?
It'd be an action to give it to them. If you just want to throw them on the ground, it'd be a bonus action.
Do I like Lotor? That is the question. Lotor, you want your axes?
Yes.
What about generally tossing them in his direction?
That would be throwing them on the ground, so that would be a bonus action. You still would have. There's about. He's like 10 feet away from you. You still have to move to. If you wanted to give them to him, you can drop them where you were.
Okay, I'm gonna walk. Rethi's there, so I'm not actually gonna do it with my character. But I'll walk up to Lotor, give him the axes. I'll use my action to give it to him.
I'm not really there anyway.
And Malin and them are here, right? Okay. I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna run towards them, but I'm sort of just waiting for everyone else to pass me. I know I can't hold an action because I used it, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm done. John, you get 2 hand axes. Skirt.
Hey, there's more map behind you guys now.
Whoa.
Hey.
Ooh, wow, it is a dense forest.
That is very dead. I was about
Yeah.
to say.
Can't wait for someone to green screen that.
How's that?
That's better.
Okay.
That was just like algae.
Is the heart of the sea there?
Listen, man, I'm trying to do the best I goddamn can. Okay. There's that. You guys fucking happy?
I'm pretty happy. Yeah.
Excellent.
Generally,
Awesome.
yeah.
Malin, it is your turn.
All right.
So you have to use your movement and your action to make the most direct path towards Rethanir.
How far did we say I was?
You were like 25 feet off them because you move 5 feet and you have 30 feet of movement. So
Still Sam.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk backwards, and as I'm doing that, I'm looking at the approaching snack boys, and I'm gonna say, "Oh, we're emissaries of Baal, and we came to make peace."
emissaries of whom?
Baal, the evil deity.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Figure they're ancient. We've come to make peace. We also have designs on the town, and we think we can come to an agreeable agreement.
Okay, so roll a deception check.
You're yelling this across 100 feet.
I'll say that's your bonus action as you shout that out in common.
Okay.
Was that in common or was that in
No,
abyssal?
abyssal.
That was an abyssal. Does anyone here speak abyssal?
Orc.
You all heard him shout out in this guttural, awful, somewhat like double speak that seems to resound upon itself, like etherically, language.
Sounds pretty evil to me.
Oh,
Just
boy.
saying.
17. All right.
Digging yourself a hole.
I rolled a 4.
Plus.
Plus,
Legendary action.
Plus 14. So, yeah, the Snake Patrol has access to 9th level magic and are all actually dragons in disguise.
Go figure.
They're only adult.
Alright, so you kind of like are like hot stepping yourself back. You kind of like bump into Haruki and you make yourself around him, like awkwardly, and Haruki, you just kind of give him a look like, this is what I was trying to make you do. And you will 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so you get yourself right up in front of Rethanir.
Okay.
As you get up and you bump into him, and as soon as you bump into him, your vision clouds and then clarifies, and you blink for a couple seconds, and you're like, wait, why am I here? I would like you to make a perception check.
I am?
Yes, please.
Yes, you.
Me? Oh, okay.
You have been selected to make a perception check.
I have.
his lucky day.
Natural 20.
What the fuck?
Okay.
So you look over and you see 2 of the humanoids have stopped moving. Or slowed. Like they're no longer sprinting at you.
So I still have time to say anything else to like
That's your full turn, buddy. That was your bonus action to say that. That was your action and your movement to get all the way to Rethanir.
Fair enough.
Lotor, it's your turn. Lotor?
Lotar!
Lotar, it is your turn.
Lotar has weapon. Lotar will rage!
Lotar makes perception check.
Lotar, alright, so you scoop down and you grab your axes and you can bonus action go into a rage.
I think he handed me my weapons, right?
He did hand you your weapons, yes.
Okay. Lotar, run in!
Scoop down.
Alright, so you sprint in your 40 feet.
Enemy?
Are we just ditching him?
And then as an action, I'd like to run in more!
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Run away!
with
Don't run away!
furious,
Run back!
furious anger, Lotar sprints now in the middle, and you look around, and you have quite a clear view of your assailants. The first 2 in front of you seem to be these about 6-foot-tall humanoid serpentine entities with kind of pale skin that stops at their shoulders, and from their shoulders across their neck and collarbone and their face kind of devolves into these bluish gray scales that end in this spoon-shaped snake head.
All I see is red.
However, the 3 behind here have, from the waist up, look very similar to the entities that you just saw, but from the waist down, it is a slithering snake body.
All I see is enemies to crush.
All you see are but you don't care about that right now because they're here. You're here to take their blood. It is now the Yuanti's turn.
There's bitches anyway.
I'm gonna
Oof, my AC is very bad.
I'm sure your hit points are great.
It's fine. You have double the hit points if they use non-magical stuff.
My hit points are actually below average.
so
Awkward.
He has
these
10 hit
2.
points.
This one over here is going to take a step this way. 15, 20.
Oh.
Right there. And actually, no, he's going to come back. No, he's not going to stretch off into infinity. What are you doing? gonna go back this way. This guy is gonna rush up to you because he doesn't seem to care as much. This guy is gonna move over here, and these two are gonna all shoot. Both gonna shoot. So this guy is gonna hit you twice, pull out a scimitar and swing at you twice, and these two back here are shoot at you, Lotor, with 2 longbows each.
Rage, rage, rage.
You are absolutely raging. Alright. So we're gonna we're gonna use this one. So the first hit is probably not gonna hit. We'll see. It's an 11 for the first hit,
Oh, it doesn't hit.
and a 12 on the second.
That hits.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, hold on.
Really?
Hold on. Oh yeah, because I rolled a 6 both times. No, it was 11 both times. So the scimitar guy, you just kind of take your hand axes and ting, ting, knock them both to the side twice. The 2 guys with the longbows, though, they're gonna both going to attempt their 2 shots at you each.
Oh, I am facing the wrong way. There you go.
So wow. First is a 9.
No.
Second is a 22.
Maybe.
Wow. Third is a 7.
Nice.
And fourth is a 15.
Yes, 2 hits.
Okay, so 2 hits. Alright, so the first is gonna be... I'm gonna use my new wild mount dice for this one. Suffer 4 points of piercing damage, halved to 2. As well as 6 points of poison damage.
Okay.
As the barb pierces your flesh and you feel this intense burn. The second one that hit you, you will suffer 5 points of piercing damage, halved to 2. And then another only 2 points of poison damage.
Is there a save on the poison?
Nope.
Okay.
Awkward.
You are not considered poison. It is just doing. You just took poison damage.
Okay.
But you are not under the effect of the poisoned condition.
Okay.
There'd be much more damage were that the case. All right. The one over here is going to call back to you in Abyssal, the one that moved away. It's going to call back to you, Malin, in Abyssal, and say, "You speak of emissary, and you send your dogs to attack us. What more lies can meat tell us?" Haruki, it's gonna be your turn.
Oh. Yay.
They're just speaking like really mean Russian around him, and he has no idea what they're saying.
You. He doesn't know what Russian is either. Haruki, what are you doing?
Ah, shit. Okay. Guys, what am I doing? Let's see.
No, what are you doing?
Lotor is very far in front of you. It seems that some of them have attacked, some of them have not. One of them is screeching in a language you don't understand. Lotor just took a bunch of hits and doesn't seem to care that much.
I'm trying to think. Haruki doesn't really know this person, right? But he didn't seem all that bad, correct?
No, he just seems to look fucking weird.
Yeah.
Hey.
To him, you do. I'm sorry.
I got a picture of this.
Hold on.
What do you do, Haruki? What do you do?
Okay. Well, I will use my action to dash. So, I have movement of 80 feet. I will then run all the way up next to Chaboy.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use my bonus action to attack.
Okay, yes, because you moved more than 10 feet in a single direction. Just go for it.
That would be...
What are we doing?
We're dying!
Scouting.
Guys,
Yeah.
I got what a Lotar looks like.
16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Um, and then hold on because of charger. Okay, so
Don't you get some extra
16
damage or something on
Yeah,
that?
it's like +5 extra damage on top of everything else. So a D10. So that's 5 plus 5, which is 10, then plus 4. So 14 slashing damage.
14. Nice. So you kind of rush up, and at the last second, this creature seems to bring his scimitar up, but just too late. As you kind of carve under, it catches underneath the simple leathers and hides the slight gash across the side. Hisses at you in fury. Bethany, what are you doing?
Oh, fuck a duck, man.
Or commands.
Well, I like Haruki.
He makes you tea.
He makes great tea. All right. Well, I am, however, going to say, what the how are we doing? Gonna step out from behind Malin and shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna guiding bolt the guy there, bearing down on.
Okay, go for it. Roll a ranged spell attack.
Never do, cause you're waiting it.
We're gonna guiding bolt it right up the taint.
Ooh, that's not good. That's gonna be like a 12.
12 just hits.
Huzzah! All right.
No, you haven't gathered anything yet. Actually, we'll see how long the fight goes.
All right.
Also, you weren't at the other fight, so you wouldn't have any comparison.
12, 16, for 20 radiant damage.
Ooh, 20 radiant damage.
Jesus.
So, Lotar and Haruki, you both have squared off against this. When all of a sudden, between both of your heads, well, really more Lotar, your shoulder, and Haruki, your head, comes careening through this silvery gray-white beam of radiant energy that slams into this creature and burns through a lot of his armor and accoutrement that he seems to be wearing. There's a sizzle and smoke to him, but as it dissipates, there's this shining silvery essence that is lighting him up like a beacon. The next melee attack on him gets advantage. Or the next attack on him gets advantage.
And I like to think those like silvery essences kind of look like little like grasping, groping like skeletal hands that just finish.
That's fucking
Sure, why
creepy.
not?
It's pretty creepy, yeah. And then I don't have a fun bonus action I can use at this range, so I will just step up next to Malin, look at him and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And that's going to be my turn.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
All right, Dinar. You look around and your friends seem to be rather divided in their intentions. What are you doing?
Well, I trust Rethy knows what he's doing. So I'm gonna run up, and while I'm running up, I take out a small. I grasp my holy symbol, and I wave my hands around and speak a bit, and a shimmering field appears around Lotar. Lotar, +2 to AC. I just cast Shield of Faith.
Shield of Taint.
Yep. The shimmering field is actually only around his asshole.
Shield of Taint.
He needed some pants anyway, so.
So, Malin, or not Malin, Haruki, you see it. Lotar, you don't. So yeah, Shield of Faith. John, you get +2 to your armor class.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you wish to do?
Do I have anything I can do with an action on this turn? No, I do not. Okay, I'm done.
Do you wish to dash?
Oh, that is an action! It's been such a long time since I've dashed. Like, you know, by
You
doing
could
all this
dash, you
stuff.
could duck, you could dip, you could dive, you could dodge.
Thank you.
You could
I
help, you could
completely forgot about
distract.
dashing. Yes, I will dash.
All right, there you go.
Turducken.
Thank you. I'm done.
Alrighty. Malin, it is your turn. You have the full realm of your mental faculties to yourself now.
Okay, I'm gonna move 30 feet up.
Okay.
Okay, in common, I'm gonna yell, "Fools, everyone stay your hands." I apologize, Yuanti. My brethren, they're still bitter. They lost a brother in the conflict when you sieged the village. But we wish to have talks. I look to Lotar, and I say, if you want the shinies, you have to drop your weapons.
I'm gonna. Oh man.
I'm raging.
What a word.
I'm gonna ask you to make a persuasion or deception check, whichever you prefer. You let me know which one.
Okay. I'm gonna do persuasion.
Okay.
Of course, Blim's notification blocked my chat window.
That's more like it.
23.
23. All right.
God fucking damn it.
And I look at Rathanir and I like, the fuck are you doing?
Okay. All right. Well, on their turn, we'll see what happens.
Do you say that, or do you expect Rethanir to be able to interpret your expression?
Oh, he knows what I mean.
No, he doesn't. So
I'm just gonna throw this out there. No, he doesn't.
I believe he does.
okay,
And that
well,
right
then-
there is the other expression of Milan as a character. What do you mean you didn't understand what I said or meant to say? All right, Lotar,
Lotar.
it's your turn.
Is there a mechanic here in which his persuasion could affect me as a really stupid orc that's raging?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay, that's what I was hoping for.
I want to know how
That's
this
hoping for.
works. Oh man.
Words?
Well, I get +2, so 14.
14.
Holy shit.
You didn't hear everything he said. He spoke a lot, and you don't really care that much.
Okay.
You did hear him say, however, through the fury of your did hear the phrase, "If you want shiny, you need to put your blades down," or something to that effect. He said, "If you want shiny, stay your hand."
Way too much thought process, sorry. I'm gonna attack.
first attack has advantage.
All right, go for it. First attack has advantage.
Right then. Ooh. Oh, advantage, thank the fucking lord. That's cocked? Question?
We don't know.
You're the only one who can see it.
Alright, so,
I give you the benefit of the doubt.
yeah,
That was a
so
natural
that's like
20.
a 20-something.
That hits.
Okay. And L damage. This is gonna be confusing. Okay, ooh, Jesus. 10, and then 12, and then... so that's 12 regular damage, and 7 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's my first attack.
necrotic damage.
What?
Shiny.
And as I'm attacking with my first hand axe, you see it suddenly from my hand. It glows black with
Oh,
weird, necrotic-looking energy. As I
Wow.
hit that first
You know
attack.
what? I'm not even gonna ask if I noticed that it looked weird, because Dinar would not have looked.
And next attack,
This one does not have advantage.
sad. That's a natural 20.
hey!
All right. Roll some
Double
damage.
my dice, bitches. Okay, so 11, 13 damage.
13. All right, and with that second hit, the first one slams into the shoulder clavicle area of the creature, and you hear a crack as the clavicle on this side seems to break and be pushed in, as there's this blackish pulse that pours through the body. The creature and kind of looks straight towards you as you bring your other axe over for an uppercut, catches it right underneath the jaw and cleaves through the bottom half of the jaw and gets stuck in the underneath the roof of the mouth, kind of sticking up into the brain area. You have to, as it falls to the ground lifeless, you kind of have to wrench your axe out viciously off to the side to get it free.
As a bonus action, I laugh menacingly.
Okay.
Actually, as a bonus action, I would like to do aggressive and move up to this shaboy over here.
Okay, how far can you move with aggressive?
Up to my speed, 40 feet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, go for it.
While laughing. That's it.
Okay. It is now their turn. This one turns back and says, interesting enough in language that only Dinar understands.
Ooh.
The plot thickens.
Dinar, you recognize this as Draconic.
That makes sense.
We will deal with these babbling fools and bring the meat back, or the slaves back. Go back and make sure the temple knows of this transgression. This guy is going to turn. The rest of you heard was a bunch of harsh consonant sounds and slightly guttural barking. This one turns and does a full dash action off the map, so he'll be a full 60 feet away at this point. I'm just going to remember that.
Counterspell.
This one is going to turn and chuckle and kind of spin his scimitar and look at you, Dinar. I need you.
Charisma.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Damn it! Just once, I want it to be a charisma saving throw.
Actually, hold on.
That doesn't happen that often.
I know.
Hold on.
I have a really good charisma modifier.
Actually, no. He's going to move up to here because he hasn't moved yet, and now he's going to cast that. So
Can
now,
I just keep the roll, or do you want me to re-roll?
No, if you already rolled, keep it.
Okay, cool, good.
Would you want?
Wisdom saving throw, 22.
Yes. 22. You feel, again, a weird penetration into your willpower, but your training is far too strong and resolute, and you shake your head off as the creature kind of... Lotar, the one in front of you, is going to sheathe the longbow really quick, and is going to pull a similar-looking scimitar off his back and slash up at you twice, while this other one back here is also going to take 2 shots at you. I don't have a snake die.
Awkward.
Just get some.
Just use Scanlan.
Get
Sorry,
some
it's
dice.
10 for the first scimitar.
No.
13 for the second scimitar.
Not anymore, bitches.
That's 2
Bless
misses. And then for the guy in the back with the longbow, that's a natural 20.
Yep.
Just by a little bit.
And a 17.
Yes.
All right, so the 2 longbows hit. So the first one is the natural 20. So you suffer 6 points of piercing damage, half to 3, as well as I cannot do math. 12 points of piercing damage. I'm sorry, poison damage. Poison damage.
Okay. That hurt.
And then the second longbow that hits you will suffer 7 points of piercing damage, half to 3, and another 7 points of poison damage.
Oh boy.
How you looking?
I'm a pretty boy.
Okay.
So you're looking good? Okay.
Hey man, you're the one that ran up in there and is
Not
ignoring
mercenary.
all of the diplomatic approaches that some of the rest of your party seems to be utilizing.
What
Members would
is
describe it as looking rough?
What is the diplomacy?
Dip-
Diplomancy?
I am Lotar.
That's
Also,
what
was
that
that a
sounds like.
wild Ryan who appeared?
Right, yes.
A riled
Uh,
Ryan.
We'll get to him, her soon. Maybe.
Get to as Josh, just like drinking.
It's a smash cut to Ezyaz, who's in an arm wrestling competition with Captain Ella back at the bar.
It's much more exciting.
Haruki, it's your turn.
I saw that one guy take off, right?
Yes, did a full double dash. He's now like 55 feet off the board that way.
Can I use my double dash to try and catch up to him?
What would be the total for that?
80.
80. So he's right now. I mean, he's 50 feet away from you. He'd still be like. So if you go 80, he'd still like 35 feet away from you.
But catch him the next turn off, correct?
Potentially.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. All right. So you are now you guys. Whoops. So let's see. In order to make the most direct path to him, you would get 2 attacks of opportunity from both of the guys that are there. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
You could take a longer route.
No,
but
I'll take the 2 attacks of opportunity.
Okay. So they're both. I'm gonna say the other guy is gonna have it with disadvantage because he's swinging it out with because he had his longbow prepared. He wasn't prepared for that, so he's swinging out with his with the longbow itself. So the second one will have disadvantage. The first one, however, is a 20.
20 hits.
All right, so you suffer 9 points of slashing damage. 8 points. 8 points of slashing damage. Excuse me. As you run past the Lobato and the other one just kind of looks with his reaction again, slashes out. The second one is going to attempt to swing out and with disadvantage. Still didn't roll too bad. Rolled a 15.
Misses.
Okay. Kind of pings off the side of your armor. You barely feel it as you sprint off. That's your turn. Kirinthenia, it's your turn.
Oh, fuck, I'm so far away. Okay. Nothing that can deal with that asshat off the map, so I guess we're going to be fine. Okay.
Excuse me, the heat-seeking missile Haruki has been engaged?
Yeah, but there's nothing I can do, which makes me feel sad. Alright, I guess I'll run forward again. Sorry, kind of hard to tell. Any of these baddies, like, within 5 feet of each other right now?
No, they're all kind of spread out.
Fucking duck! Alright, so, well, because they're spread out like bitches. Let's go ahead and...
Fuck a duck.
Yes, but with another second level guiding bolt at...
Which one?
Let's do...
Mine.
Actually, from there... One sec. How far off the map is the guy who was running away?
He's another 55 feet off the map.
Okay. In that case, I will guiding bolt the guy Lotar's in front of. Second level.
I'm gonna say he has partial cover because of Dinar and being like directly in your sight, unless you want to move to the side.
Yeah, if I can move over like at a slightly different angle to get a better view.
Sure, that's absolutely fine.
All right, so I'll do that. Hiya! That's only a 9 though.
9 total.
9 total, misses like hell.
It explodes in this tree behind him, leaving a small grayish burst of energy. Fizzles into nothingness.
We have advantage on the tree.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
You'd have to hit it to find out.
Alright, that's it.
Alright, Dinar, it is your turn.
You said 55 feet off the map from this point?
Correct.
Okay. And I know I keep on asking, we can't use 2 spell slots in the same turn, right? Even if one's a bonus action?
You can cast one spell per turn.
So can't use 2 spell slots. Okay. Oh, first things first. Haruki, he's a. Oh, you. Okay, you got it. Well, since I can't do anything else to that guy, only he was like 30 feet closer. I have.
Oh man.
Geometry.
Okay.
My only weakness.
I'm gonna walk. It's Dnar's weakness. I'm gonna walk over here.
Mm-hmm.
Turn around. And assuming that I'm not hitting Lotor, Dragon Breath.
Is it a 50? Is it a line?
It is a line.
All
30.
right.
It's a 5 by 30 foot line. So if I need to be like here or something, like somewhere,
Okay. What type of save does he have to make?
it is a Dexterity save of 13.
Okay, and they both have to make it?
Yeah.
Okay. Righty then. Well, the first one there in front of you fails.
God fucking damn it!
Alright, fine, I can make him succeed if you want.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, don't you want that? Oh,
Hey!
I rolled 2 1s.
Oh,
Ah.
that is upsetting.
So
Well,
it's
if
more
it
like
makes
an
it really
acidity
better.
burp.
Ow,
They,
my
uh,
ears.
They both failed their save.
Yay!
Let's
take
He's not that.
They both take 2 lightning damage, correct?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Their ears go numb.
I went to go like do a really big breath, and I was like, Achoo!
Well, you still being a young dragonborn, do not have quite the control over your more bloodline-related abilities. And as you spray out a lot of the lightning breath, instead of being concentrated in a line in front of you, fizzles out in random directions, arcs towards things you weren't expecting, towards branches, trees, things that are trivial, and a comparatively small bead of lightning, though still impressive to all of you that cannot create lightning from their mouth, streaks forward, arcing from one Yuanti to the next.
And do I have any good bonus actions that I can do? No. Okay. I'm done.
All right, Malin, it's your turn.
alright, I'm gonna dash 60 feet up.
Okay.
Was chilling right behind this corpse. I'm gonna cast Hold Person at 4th level.
Is hold
Ooh.
person a bonus action casting time?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I want to spend 2 sorcery points to cast as a bonus action.
Yes. No, that's this. As long as you specify, absolutely fine.
Okay, cool.
So cast that at 3rd or 4th, you said.
4th, so I believe it affects 3 people.
I believe it's 1 additional person above. So yes.
So here,
Yeah.
So what's the save that they have to make?
17 wisdom.
Okay, because it is a spell, they do have magic resistance, so they have advantage on this.
awkward.
Oof, yeah.
Whoa, you fucked up, dude. How'd
You
that
said
go?
hold person.
Yes.
And you said wisdom, correct?
Yeah, wisdom.
So the one in front of Dndnar fails.
Nice.
The one in front of Lotar succeeds.
Fucking.
Rude.
Natural
This will be
17
fun.
plus 1. And the one back here rolled a 16. So that fails, I believe.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So this guy here and this guy here are considered held.
I want the challenge.
And
The challenge of how far you can send their heads flying in a single blow. That's a pretty great challenge.
It'll be fun for me.
Mine isn't held.
do I have time left to say anything, or is that it?
It's action, movement, and bonus action.
Okay.
Unless it's like a 3-word phrase, I don't like.
For the
If you-
whore.
Let me say this. Yeah, let me say this. If you're trying for more like persuasion attempts, that I would say that would require at least a bonus action
Okay.
to be used.
Alright, then that's it for me.
Lotor.
That means I rolled a. Where is it?
I'm assuming you're attacking the one in front of you.
18. Yes.
18 will hit.
Okay.
Dinar is currently kicking himself because he heard a tree.
Sorry.
That's 12 slashing and
I'm
Eight.
not kicking myself because I heard a tree.
8 necrotic.
Nice.
Where's this necrotic damage coming from?
Where is it coming from? That's so strange.
Where is that coming from?
I'm gonna have to do something about that. Anyway,
It's
then-
coming from his breath.
Roll an
Oh.
investigation check.
that makes
11.
sense.
11 misses, unfortunately. But you've done a decent amount of damage to this guy so far. He's not looking rough, but there's some show. Is there anything else we should do?
Actually, I would. Just gonna rotate a little around him this way.
Okay, you menacingly stomp your way over to the side.
Yes.
Alrighty, it is now the patrol's turn. So first and foremost, Haruki, the one in front of you, you see as it continues to move 30 feet, and then shrinks down into a snake form.
But it just moves 30 feet and then turns into a snake, right?
And into the dense foliage of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So, on your turn, you can check to see if you see it, but for now, it seems pretty well hidden. The one over here is going to attempt to make another wisdom saving throw to break out of the hold person. And does not with a 10. So this one here is still considered held. That's the end of its turn. And that's the end of its turn. Dinar, the one in front of you, also rolled a 12, so it is also still held in place.
Silly snake people.
Okay. That's... Oh, no, I'm sorry. And then before it's Haruki's turn, this one is going to turn back to you, Lotor. Looking about at the situation, is also going to turn into a snake. And is going to also dash to the north. To the north, you get a attack of opportunity.
I cut its snake butt off. Oh, that's a 24.
That definitely hits full damage.
Okay. That would be a 8 damage.
8 damage, alrighty. However, it is going to move the full... 20. It's about 10 feet off the map right now, but as a snake. I think you gave Haruki a crossbow, I believe, a hand crossbow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have the crossbow.
Alright, so Haruki, it is now your turn.
Okay. Can I make a perception check to see if I see where snake?
You absolutely... please don't die. You absolutely may.
It's free country.
Oh, great.
Would you roll?
I rolled a 4, so...
Nice.
Let's see.
4 total, or...?
Hold on. Perception. That would be a total of 8.
He rolled a 7 on its stealth.
Oh.
Thrashing
So,
snake.
You see about 30 feet in front of you, slightly off to the... a slightly larger than normal attempt to slither its way around a tree.
So, based on movement and everything, do I have to use an action to dash to it, or no?
He's 30 feet in front of you.
Okay. So I use my 40 feet of movement to get up to it. I use my... Oh, wait. What did I use for my perception check? Or is that just kind of like a situational thing?
That was a situational thing.
Okay. I will use my bonus action for Fighting Spirit and take 2 attacks at it with advantage.
Go for it. Go for it, buddy.
The first one is 18 plus 7, so a lot.
That will hit, yes.
And then the second one is 18.
Will also hit.
Nice.
So that is a D10. So 9 slashing on the first,
Alrighty.
and then 8 slashing on the second.
Nice. So you kind of come forward, and with 2 quick downward chops, whoosh, whoosh, in a V pattern, you slash down, and you feel that may connect with something solid and muscular into the brush. Is there anything else you wish to do in your turn?
No, that is it. And I also heal up 5 from the fighting spirit.
Nice.
Very nice. Alrighty, Rethanir, it is your turn.
Yo. All right. Well.
So you watch from the very back as 2 of them no longer move. 2 of them have gone sprinting back in the direction you vaguely know the temple to be at.
They're snakes, and I'm gonna guess I can't see them from back here. So.
You could make a hefty perception check to...
No. What I'm gonna do is chill touch the. Well, first I'm gonna see how close I can get to this clusterfuck. All right. I'll move up to there. And from there, I should be able to both chill touch and spiritual weapon that asshat.
Alrighty. I have a wireless headset, so I'm going to walk to my fridge for a second, but please roll to hit for both things, please.
All right, he's gone. Everyone talk shit about him.
I can still hear you.
Wireless headset.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Who's saying this?
God.
Don't look
Alright.
behind the curtain.
So
Pay
chill
no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Chill touch, I believe, hits with a 20.
Absolutely, yes.
Spiritual weapon.
I'll summon Scythe for you in a second.
Summon Scythe with Scythe. Yeah, that's another goddamn 9.
Unfortunately, the 9 misses.
I'm just so mad at everything.
Alright,
but for
so-
chill touch damage, that's going to go ahead and do 6 plus, 8 necrotic damage.
8 necrotic damage. All right, they are
First-
not.
Oh, wait, advantage on these, right? Because he's paralyzed.
Advantage on melee hits.
Really? For paralyzed?
Psyche.
Well, let me
paralyzed.
look at. Let me look it up. Let me look it up.
No.
Okay,
Automatic crits.
Psyche.
that's not how it works.
Instant death.
It's actually a double crit.
Double crit.
Oh, you're right. They do have advantage.
Alright, so let me see if I get a natural 20 on that chill touch. I didn't. Let me see if Scythe McScythe redeems himself as he swings around again. Oh yeah, that's a 17.
All right, so Scythe McScythe does hit.
Hooray! And that'll be 9 force damage.
Okay, so how much necrotic damage was it?
It was 8 necrotic and 9 force.
Thank you.
So it heals 1.
It all of a
that
sudden
how force damage
transforms
works?
into an abomination, growing 3 times its normal size.
Oh wow, this is awkward.
Cool, awesome.
Alright.
And then it's still held because it's a bitch. Dinar, it's your turn.
This one is running away.
So both of the ones up there, they're up there because I can't create more map north.
Yeah. No, I got that.
This one over here is about 10 feet more further.
10 feet
North.
further.
This
Okay.
one is about another 85 feet. They're both also snakes. So if you make a perception check, just even if you can see it.
Can I move up first to this guy?
Yeah, sure.
I just want to go, like over here.
Yeah.
30 feet. So perception check.
Yes.
I'm only looking for the one on the right. The one with Haruki, I don't really care about. No, that is a 9.
8 stealth.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 4 twice in a row for these guys for their stealth, and they have good stealth too.
I'm
So
gonna.
you just barely see it sneaking around.
I am going to use my last first level spell slot
Snick is snick.
and look at it. I'm looking around. I see like some movement,
Mhm.
and I say, approach. I'm gonna
Hey.
command it.
You wish to command it. All right. Is what type of save is that?
Wisdom of 15.
Okay. This is a magical effect, so it
Yep.
does have advantage on the save.
Okay.
That's a natural 20
Damn it.
for a total of 21. So unfortunately, you feel the divine energy course through your body and pass down through the wooded ground. But as it reaches it, there's almost this black void as it breaches around the creature and seems to take no effect on it.
Okay, and you said I can't do Misty Step in the same turn as command. So,
Well, no, because it's Misty Step.
it's a bonus action, but
It is a
it'll
bonus
be
action.
spells.
I think I've done it in the past where as long as one is a bonus action, you can do it. So I'll say that's fine.
That's completely up to you. If you say no, that's a no.
I feel that's what I've said in the past. So we'll go with that.
Then I'm gonna use a second level spell slot and Misty Step right next to it. Wait, no, you said 10 feet away.
Correct.
Is it within 30 feet of here? 10 plus 10. I think I.
20.
Yeah.
You should be
Cool.
able to get to it. Yes.
I have
it's still,
bad intelligence.
it's still difficult to see because it is like a medium-sized snake that is very similar to the color around, but you are in the general vicinity of it, and you have a decent idea where it is.
Okay.
Malin, it's your turn.
Ooh boy. All right. Okay, so I have hold
What will he be next?
these two guys. Haruki and the snake boy, they're like 80 feet.
They're
We're like
From super
180 feet away from you.
which is interesting
Okay.
too because they're running towards the temple.
Okay, so they're in the temple right now.
Yeah.
They are in the temple right now.
We're
They're
having
indeed.
tea.
They're dead.
Rock is chasing them.
Okay, I'm gonna
Actually, in
move
the
up.
desert.
Okay, I'm gonna move up 30 feet next to Lotar.
Okay.
Do I see the snake closest to Donar?
You have to make a perception check, please, if you don't mind.
I do mind.
Well, that's okay. Then you don't see it.
7.
Because it rolled an 8 stealth.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. It's somewhere in the area of Dinar, but you're unable to really pinpoint exactly where it is.
And I don't know that it's in the area of Donar, right?
I mean, you watched him go up that way and mystically appear up there, so you know it's generally probably in the area around there, but you don't
Fireball.
Let me see where my AoE spells are.
Dinar's gonna get fireballed again.
That
I
first one
gave you a
really happened,
stat.
though.
It was a fever dream.
But
You
I
said
mean,
I couldn't
I said, don't hurt us.
with the staff.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Dinar's not that smart, Malin.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna do a chromatic orb at first level at the snake boy that's behind me.
This one that was doing the talk.
Yeah.
That, talked back to you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Roll to attack.
Okay.
With advantage.
15.
15 does hit.
Alright. What's damage on that?
You have a +9 to your spell attacks? Jesus. H.
Because he has a
Kellamvor.
+1 staff.
Jesus H. Kellamvor.
Oh man.
Shaking my head.
That's 10 damage.
What
Does-
type of damage? Chromatic orb. You pick.
Oh, that's right. Fire.
Fire. Sure. Yeah.
Wrong.
Let me check something real quick.
Immune.
God no. These things don't have immunity to anything useful. Well, you might not know.
They're immune to
I
poison.
have resistance to lightning. I can't judge. When does that come up?
Sometimes.
The Storm Lord.
I mean, in Bloom's campaign, it would be really useful right about now.
Hey, man, there's some pretty powerful ancient dragons that do some pretty serious lightning damage.
Just not
One
here.
or two might exist in this world. You haven't explored a lot.
We know that there is an older green dragon. That's all we got.
So yeah, it takes the full 10 damage. Yeah, it helps you hit, doesn't necessarily do more damage. Is
I'm
what it
used
does,
to
melee.
melee weapons.
I'm talking to melee, like
No, I'm saying I just asked because I'm used to.
Hey,
melee
he said melee weapons, so you know.
Yep.
Hey.
How to melee
Anything else we should do on your turn?
Yeah, I just yell generally. Well, not generally. Persuasively, ahead to the snake boys I can't see, and I say, "Last chance to surrender to balls, my the might of balls."
You saying this in
Okay.
common?
The mightiest.
Hey.
And yeah, and abyssal.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Okay. You get the sense, given the way that this encounter has gone, that those
No, I
that
don't.
have fled are doing so with a purpose.
I also slide in. You have no purpose.
Got him.
Okay. It is now the patrol's turn.
Wait, what about me?
Oh, you're right. Never mind. Take it
You
back.
don't get a turn, okay?
It's Lotor's turn.
Alright. Tell me how you feel about this. Roll a d20. 10 plus, I chase snake. 9 minus, I chase person right in front of me.
Sure.
Alright. Minus. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were about to turn over two, right?
All right. So attacks against it have advantage, and any successful
you cut out.
any successful melee hit is an automatic.
Okay. And that's a 20 to hit.
So that hits. So that's going to be one crit.
Okay. So that would be 17 slashing and 9 necrotic.
Alrighty. And roll for your second attack. Actually,
Seven.
no. Keep going. We're gonna at the end of your turn.
17 to hit.
Yep.
Ooh, big monies. Big monies! That would be 13 slashing damage.
Alrighty. Not looking so great. Because I got to do it on their turn, I'm gonna do the wisdom saving throws again for these guys. Which I forgot the last time they do have advantage on still. Because they have magic resistance, so they're gonna make their attempts.
These betches.
They are betches, not bitches, but betches.
That was
the important
Gotcha.
Sure they're not
There's a
snitches?
distinct importance between.
And then I'd like to
It really
run
is,
here,
though.
rotating around again.
Okay. So with 16, I believe Bipedal Boy still fails.
Holy shit. Oh yeah, melee cast it. Okay.
But with a 19, this one finally breaks free. So the one that just took some hefty hits from Lotar, all of a sudden seems everything would have happened as it did. But now looking very rough.
Run.
Haruki, it's your turn. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I thought because this is so fucking complicated because they're off the damn map.
There
The
we
one
go.
in front of you would have done a full sprint to get away from you, so it would have moved another additional 60 feet. You would get an attack of opportunity on it if you wish.
I would use that attack of opportunity. That is 20.
20 will hit.
And because of Sentinel, he doesn't move.
Ooh,
right.
power play.
Oh,
Power fucking
man.
play.
And that's 6 slashing.
6 slashing. However, that slashing pins the back of its tail there for a few seconds. And
Nicely done.
Yay.
however, the one around you, Dinar, is also going to move another full 60 feet away.
Do I have a chance to attack it?
You do, yes.
I will. 19.
19 does hit.
I don't know if we've ever done this. Can I dump a Divine Smite on a reaction or no?
It's anything that you hit with a weapon, so I don't see why not.
Okay, I'll dump a second level Divine Smite into it.
Okay.
Do you want me to separate the different damages?
That's fine.
Okay. So second level Divine Smite.
4d8. Believe.
3d8 plus my sword. They're not undead or fiend, right?
Correct.
Okay, so 3d8. So 18 plus 6, 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage.
Nice.
Oof. So you stab your sword on the ground again, and as you do, all of a sudden, as it moves away, you almost watch as the trees and the bushes and grass around of the creature almost seem to move away to give you a clearer shot.
Yeah.
As your sword slams into the snake, there's this burst of greenish brown energy that pulses through the creature. It's looking really hurt.
And it goes 60 feet away from me?
However, it does still go 60 feet away from you,
Okay.
yes. But as it's moving along, like, it looked hurt.
Okay.
Retinue, it's your turn. Nope. Haruki, you took your turn, right?
No, we took reactions.
You took reaction, right? It's your turn.
So now it would be my turn. I
Yes.
will use another fighting spirit for 2 attacks with at advantage.
Go for it.
That would be a 19 plus 7, so 26 to hit.
26 hits.
And then a 19 plus 7, so another 26 to hit.
They both hit roll damage.
Hi, I'm Haruki. You're dead.
13 slashing damage on the first strike,
Would you like some tea?
Nice.
and then 11 slashing damage on the second strike.
Very nice. This one is now also starting to look pretty damn rough. However, Haruki, I would like you to make a perception check, please. Actually, we're at the top. Because you're at the top of the round, so yes.
Perception check?
Yes, please.
That would be 15.
Okay. Retinue, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Who the fuck can I even still see apart from the paralyzed guy in front of me?
Paralyzed guy in front of you, one in front of Lotar. This guy is...
Oh, that guy's not paralyzed anymore. Okay.
He's not paralyzed anymore. This guy's about 70 feet off. This one is still about 85 feet off the map.
Alright, well, I will have... First and foremost, we're gonna go ahead and have Saidi make an attack on paralyzed dude.
Alright, it will be a critical if it does hit.
God damn it,
It
even
has
with advantage, that was an 11.
11 just misses. Oh.
Sad faces are sad. Saidi just gets, like, stuck in the trees. Like,
Well, actually what happens is it goes back, and as it goes back, it gets stuck in a knot, and kind of... And you kind of will it forward with an extra burst, and it kind of, as it breaks free, it swings wildly out of the way.
Also, I'm just so mad now. I'm not doing a very good job. Run another 30 feet forward, and then I will. Alright, so Dinar guy is like 70 feet off the map.
Off the map, yes.
So it's like 50 or 55 feet to it. Can I reach it with 120 foot range? Up to you.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to cast Chill Touch on it.
You can make an attack with disadvantage because you're right on the cusp of it.
Seems worth it. Okay, I'll do that.
What the hell was that? A rock?
It's my new metal dice.
Yeah,
That's
they're-
going to be 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
All right. For 7 necrotic damage.
Did it have 8 health?
It's still alive. Damn it.
Kirinthenia needs to get kicked out.
So Dinar, you watch as another silvery gray streak bursts past you and slams into this creature. It's crawling away now, looking pathetic. At this point, it's taken so much damage, it reverts back to its Yuanti form, but it can't even bring itself up off the ground. It's like pulling itself along with its hands.
This is just cruel and unusual punishment at this point.
There you are.
It is having such a worse day than it thought it would when it woke up this morning.
Ooh, I'm just gonna make the day so much better right now.
Dinar, it's your turn.
Sorry, John, you're gonna lose your shield. As the thing looks up, it sees a purple cylinder coming down. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on it.
Oh.
Why?
The shape changer, right? So
Yeah, it's a shape changer, so it's just gonna be a straight roll.
What the fuck?
What is it? Moonbeam?
It's a Constitution 15 save, but because it's a shape changer, it makes the throw with disadvantage. So I guess just a straight roll.
Correct.
And I'm gonna roll.
And that is a natural 20 on its save.
Fucking damn it!
does it take half damage?
Yeah, no, it takes half damage.
Still dead.
6. No.
Oh, come on, just say it. You gotta say it.
How much damage? 3 damage? That's enough.
Did you have that?
And, even at it had 1
Oh,
hit.
thank God.
Having it just killed it.
So, using the full might of your moonbeam, you just barely managed to squeak enough divine essence from your natural order, and this creature and finally falls to the ground,
Oh
bereft
God.
of life.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna have
10 feet off the mat.
yes. At this point, and I'm gonna have you make a perception check.
Oh crap. 17. It's the most
Okay.
perceptive I've ever been.
Okay. Malin, it's your turn.
Can I just move back?
Oh yes.
I'm just gonna. I know I'm in range to do this, so I'm just gonna walk back over here.
Alright.
That's it.
I'm gonna firebolt the snake that's between Donar and Lotar.
Okay, go for it.
It's 22 to hit.
22 will hit, will damage.
Hmm, 8 damage.
Alrighty. So the firebolt streams forward, bursting onto its side. It's looking around, desperate. Anything else you wish to do?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. Lotar.
Alright. Time to attack.
What does that even mean?
So that's a 27.
That will hit.
And it's dead. That will be 11 slashing. And just a little bit of a sprinkle of necrotic. 7 necrotic.
Alrighty.
Alive or dead?
Still standing.
13 to hit.
13 hits.
And then 11 slashing. Why is this funny? What's funny?
So with that, you actually, with the first hit, you cleave one arm straight off. In the necrotic pulses up through its chest area. It kind of stays frozen, and you almost can see the breath come out the front as you spin around with your other axe and catch it right into the neck, almost taking the entire head clean off. But as you do, it buries itself about 3/4 of the way through its thick serpentine neck area. and you twist and crack and pull it back out as the creature gouts of blood just pour out from its exterior and falls dead to the ground.
Can I cast throw head?
We didn't take the head clean off. You buried your axe it's a thick head, and you buried your axe 3/4 of the way through its neck.
Damn.
Couldn't even roll a natural 20. Rude.
And I'd like to move on a bitch. That's
It's
it.
aggressive. All right. Yep. All right. It is now the remaining patrol's turn. This day took such a turn for them.
Right?
Oh man.
Like, hey Bob, you want to go drink some children? No, I think I want to go drink some old guys. All right, but let's go and patrol first. What the fuck?
That's kind of what happened, actually. Yeah.
I was gonna retire tomorrow.
They were like, man,
Ew.
which one? It's like, well, should we eat the old one or the young one? Shall we eat the one with the bird? What the fuck?
Tell my eggs.
Team's gonna have to forfeit.
Tell my eggs I love them.
The best part is because of Balin, they were confused about attacking us.
He did a good job of it.
He definitely creates confusion.
All right, so Haruki, the one that is not looking terribly fine, is going to desperately attempt to get away from you. You do not get an attack of opportunity because it has not come back to your turn yet. So, it is able to move the 60 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the downsides of having, just how it follows with the turn order. So this guy is now about 60 feet away from you and 105 feet away from the map at this point.
No attack of opportunity.
It hasn't come back to Haruki's turn in the turn order yet,
Oh, okay, I see.
so he has not. You can only take a reaction once per round, and the round is not done yet. Haruki is the top, and these guys are the bottom. So this is one of those instances where
So
it's
wouldn't
the
his
one.
last reaction have been last round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't I still have my reaction then?
Because how would the guy have moved when it wasn't his turn?
No, you're right. You're right. So, yeah, Haruki, if you wish to make an attack of opportunity, by all means.
Yeah.
Sentinel.
Kill him with his face.
13 to hit.
13 does hit.
And
You
that
got the sense
is
at this point these guys aren't terribly hard to hit.
8 slashing, and once again, because of Sentinel, he does not move.
So you kind of, at this point, you twirl your sword, and as he goes to almost kind of think to yourself,
Did you forget
Why?
I still had my sword in your tail?
and you stab your sword back into its tail and keeping it there for a couple of seconds. It's at this point it kind of reverts back to its full humanoid form. Long serpentine body swishing between the 2 arms, muscular and burly, although bleeding profusely from several torso wounds. This other one in front of Lotar is going to attempt to break its hold person, again with advantage. Finally rolled a natural 20.
Run, bitch.
Or don't.
However, that is its turn. Cannot do anything else. Alright, so top of the round. Haruki, it's your go.
Oh, I'm gonna take my 2 attacks. This time I won't use whatchamacallit. Fighting Spirit.
Fighting Spirit. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you've gotten a sense at this point, by the way, that their armor isn't as robust as some of the ones you saw in town. These guys are much more rudimentary.
Well, I rolled a 2 on the first one, so that's 7, 8, 9 to hit.
9 misses, unfortunately.
And then an 8 on the second one, so that's 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
And then that is 9 slashing damage.
9 slashing damage. All right. So you take off as you swing. You see a bunch of chest. Blood is gouging from this terrible wound on its front. It's still alive, but barely. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I will position myself in front of it,
Okay.
and that is it.
Alrighty. Pardon me just one second, folks.
No.
I'm Sorry, the lady.
Hi, lady.
Lady is in Cornell, unfortunately.
Oh.
Oh.
Pass
Really
along my
hilarious.
congratulations.
I will. It was very hilarious timing.
Right.
Hey, do you want to marry me? Sure, yeah, I'm gonna go away for a week. Okay.
You know, I really like you. I really like you too. Bye.
That's it, kind of sort of what happened.
Did she have this trip planned, or did she just go after you asked?
She forgot she had it. Yeah.
Disadvantage on
I'm
all
busy
of
that day?
the rest of the day.
Wait, what? No.
I said, oh fuck, I didn't realize that. Disadvantage on all of Dinar for the rest of the day.
Oh, got him.
I basically roll like that anyway.
I'm joking. Rethanir, it's your go. What are you doing, buddy?
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, all right. Well, the farther away people seem to be handled. So, we'll run up to this dude and very angrily attack it.
You pull light drinker from your
Whipping out the light drinker.
and you hear in the back of your head, finally.
Right. I'm gonna two-hand it too.
Okay.
All right. So first I'll roll for Scythe. Scythe gets a 24.
24 definitely hits.
Um,
It's no longer paralyzed, so these are
Right,
all
right.
just
so that's going to be 9 force damage right there.
Alrighty.
And then for my life drinker two-handed attack, that's a natural 1.
Oh my god.
Lotor, I'm just joking.
It somehow hits Haruki.
Yeah, it's
Also
fucking, the blade's just like, you want? No, I want some tea.
All of a sudden, the blade disappears from your hand and just enters Haruki's abdomen. I don't know why.
You don't hear, the blade just disappears, you just hear off in the distance, oh!
Alright, roll your second attack.
I don't have a second attack.
Oh, that was right. Cleric. Oh,
I'm a-
man. Alrighty. So as the attack misses, you hear in the back of your head again, overzealous amateur.
That's all I got to it.
Alright. Dinar,
Because it's right.
Dinar, it's your turn.
How far away is Haruki's guy versus where my guy died?
The guy from Haruki is like up, like 85 feet away.
No, but I mean compared to where my guy died. 'Cause he was like
60-ish feet away.
60-ish feet away?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I position my moon? Can I move my moonbeam 60 feet and just hit the guy?
Sure.
I mean, I can move it 60 feet. I'm just wondering if I could do it. Wait, is it 60?
Can you move Moonbeam?
Yeah, as an action, up to 60 feet in any direction.
Okay.
Can
Again,
I
you're
do
right
it without? What?
No, what do you say?
Can I do it without hitting Haruki? Is my
Well, that's
question.
what we're going to get to.
Okay.
Because you're kind of doing it at the cusp of the spell's ability.
Mhm.
I would like you to roll a spellcasting ability check, please.
Oh, here we go. Time to
with
get
the
hit by a spell
modifier,
now.
right? Is that modifier plus proficiency or no?
Correct.
Okay. 24.
24. Okay. You are able to manage to position it in only the creature takes damage and not Haruki.
So
As-
it is a Constitution 15 saving throw.
Straight roll because it has advantage, but it's a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
And it fails with a 7.
Okay, it's a much better roll. 9
9 will still do it.
with 2 d10s.
Nice.
I'm rolling like shit.
Alright, so Haruki, you watch as all of a sudden this purplish kind of lighted circle on the ground kind of arcs itself over, rests right in front of the creature that you've been engaged with, and all of a sudden intensifies, and as it does, the creature just... And you see kind of wisps and ash start to burn off of it as it falls to the ground dead.
What the fuck?
You're welcome.
What is this?
Don't walk through it.
I would like at this point Haruki and Dinar to both make perception checks.
Dragon.
Look, it's not gonna be better than what I just rolled before. It's not.
11.
Okay. Neither of you notice anything.
Yep.
Malin, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna firebolt the dude between Rethentar.
Go for it.
Oh, can we ship them?
No. I mean, I don't care. You do whatever the fuck you want. I don't know what method is into, or Lotar for that matter.
Oof.
You guys bone who you want.
14 to hit.
14 will hit.
I'll tell you that.
7 damage.
7. Hard fire damage right to the side. This guy is desperate and went from a haughty commanding position to a nigh feral creature in a very short amount of time.
Like 12 or 18 seconds. Yeah.
Somewhere given, give or take. It's very quick.
That's my turn.
Alright, unfortunately, a very loud 12 to 18 seconds.
I'm in.
Lotar, it's your turn.
Why the fuck didn't I bring silence today?
Well, die. That would be a 20 for die.
20 will hit, yes.
Die.
You just rolled 20 die, just for the sake of it.
20d6, alright.
This isn't an ancient dragon breath attack.
Oh, I'm stupid. 8 slashing,
Alright.
and not too great this time, and 5 necrotic.
Alrighty.
That's a lot of natural ones in there, and then I'm gonna roll again to hit. That is a 21.
21 will hit.
Fuck, this damage is real low. 6 damage.
It's still alive.
Oh my god!
This is incredible.
We are horrible at killing stuff today.
You guys are unintentionally
Sometimes
torturing
we're
the
really
shit out of this
good
part.
But oh my
I'd like
goodness.
to point out, we just watched Haruki repeatedly just stab a dude in the tail.
Yeah, it took me like, it was like a good 5 or 6 rounds of me just stabbing this snake.
Yeah, you guys are all mean. I'm
Yeah.
killing them quickly.
I
Sure.
said
I
I'm
was
like
gonna
the
say-
least evil person.
Some of us manage to hit things, and some of us are mad.
I've hit everything, it's just not hard.
Alrighty.
Some of us aren't mad enough.
Maybe you should look
It's-
at a woman, Haruki.
Wait, what?
Alright, so
Hold on.
bringing it back, guys, bring it back. Looking around, this creature is just going to look back and forth at all of you and say, "It's no matter if you kill me. The second scaled will get more. We'll take you all for cattle or for transcendence." And then he takes the scimitar that he has and runs it across his own throat.
Oh shit. Okay.
Does he have to roll to attack?
You watch as his lifeblood spurts out across Rethenir, your face, as he's facing you.
Life Drinker's so mad right now.
And you hear, you watch though as the blood hits the blade, it vanishes. However, in your head you hear, "A hollow meal at best, but will do for now." And you feel the slight anger that the sword has been compelling you towards fade a little. However, it slumps to the ground. Dead.
Good thing we can still have a chat.
It's about this time that Haruki and Dinar, you hear the clank of metal and the rustle of leaves coming from the same direction as the temple.
Dinar?
I think we should go.
We've always there, welcome. I should start taking off back toward where we came from.
So at this point, my rage is dropped, I'm guessing, and
Yeah,
I
I
wanna-
lost my.
put my hand in the blood, and just put an X right over my heart, and stomp my foot twice, and that is it.
That's
Okay,
That's-
Lotar, that's cool. Guys,
that's
we
lovely.
need to go.
Guys,
Are
run,
we still doing
move.
this?
no,
we have a plan. Trust me, it'll work.
No, run.
Pick that up and bring it with us. Now.
Okay, I pick up the corpse.
I will help him if he needs it.
I don't need help.
I am just as strong as you.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm-
Lotor, just make for the hell of it, make a strength check with advantage, because yes, you're at the end of your rage.
Okay. That would be 24.
24. Not even bothering to pause, you grab the creature, throw him over your shoulder. You don't even stop moving. As you all dash away from the tower, you look back as you see another group coming through, larger. Some of you recognize similarly humanoid shapes, but you recognize there are about 5 or 6 those brutish green individuals that tore the life from Krenar. Also in this party.
Clang.
You all sprint out of away from the tower. I would like you all to make general athletics checks, please.
Oh yeah, my number 1.
Natural 20.
Fuck.
So 28.
28.
I fucked this one up.
Oh wow. Good on you, Reddy.
3 for me.
Damn.
All right, so you all manage to keep sprinting. At one point, Malin, your foot catches a root you didn't see, and you twist, and you're about to come falling, but Dinar comes up right behind you, scoops you up, wrenches you up by the arm, almost wrenching your shoulder out of its socket for a second with the force and the aggressiveness that he pulls you forward, but you manage to not fall behind. As you two look back and you see from that group another 2 or 3 of these green brutish guards come rushing up, and just as you get to the edge of where Rathanir and Dinar saw the illusion begin to fade in and out of existence, you cross that threshold, and all of a sudden they vanish. You sprint for another 30, 40, 50 feet, and you look back and you don't see anything. And you guys continue on a swift jog and sprint. Doesn't take a terribly long amount of time. It takes you about 25-ish minutes or so to get back to the town of Frostfollow.
We're gonna have some words.
Ezyas, by the way, welcome. I'm so sorry that you came at a time. I thought that was A, going to go a bit quicker, and B, yeah.
I mean, if it sucks less, you know.
There was like 3 rounds in a row, 1 health left. Actually, I think every single enemy you got it down to like 1 or 2 health. But you have been spending your time drinking in the tavern till late in the morning, until Captain Ella came around, persuaded you to, with the promise of more drink to help with some of the repairs. You've been managing up at the front gate, the western gate, to help them rebuild some of their defenses, moving stronger stones and barriers back in the way. And you look up as you see the rest of the party that had adventured to scout off come rushing back. One of them, the large orcish individual that you didn't get to have a very large conversation with, come back with what seems to be some sort of humanoid corpse over their shoulder. You all, as you run back, you see Ezyas standing at the gate helping out some other guards.
There you are.
We need to talk to the captain right away.
Guys, what the fuck? Rethy, I gave you the look.
I take off toward wherever. I take off to the the captain's quarters.
And I'm a pull-out life drinker. Shh.
Okay.
And just kind of pointed at your chest. Are you in league with these creatures? You attempted to communicate with them? What is this? Explain yourself at once.
Sometimes words can be sharper than a blade, Rethanir.
And sometimes a blade, while perhaps not as sharp as those words, can still kill you, so explain yourself clearly.
I thought if I could persuade them that we were on their side, they would take us directly to their leader. We could end it all right there. and then we do what we had to do.
So after your experience in the town last night, you thought that winding up in the middle of the temple with their leader was a good idea? Unprepared?
Sometimes the best preparation is the lack of.
You are rash and an idiot.
Says the man who's pointing a blade at his comrade's heart. My, have you changed, Rethanir? I like this new you. It's more fitting.
Do not undertake such rash action without consulting us first again.
Point taken. Or rather not, this time.
Kind of like bring the tip of the blade up so it's like right under his chin.
I slowly ease myself forward so a little bit of blood dribbles down.
Rethanir.
Ooh, what happens there? That might be a really bad idea.
Oh shit!
No, it's a really bad idea.
Rethanir. Make a charisma saving throw.
God damn it!
Is Dinar standing next to me?
Oh yeah, I've been watching this. I've just been going back and forth just watching.
Breathing over his shoulder.
I'm gonna say you guys are all pretty close. You guys all watch
Alright.
it as the first thing Rethanir does is this whole thing. So I would say Dinar is standing close after you.
Alright, charisma save.
Yes.
I'm decent at those. Oh, that's not good though. 15.
I've got to look something up now.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
So serious.
Look, you're lucky you have the healer next to you, not Rethi.
I can cast healing spells.
Dan and Will are two very different things.
The sword has to be in you first.
Rethanir,
Yeah,
what did you roll?
15. If I have Dinar's +4 thing.
Okay. Roll an attack with advantage.
Okay.
If you somehow
Sorry,
miss
man.
this, it would be glorious.
With Lightbringer, that's going to be a 26.
That's
You hear-
double
you-
my AC.
You hear a voice in your head say, Rethanir, you've put up with his paltry words long enough. He's at your mercy. Do it. And with a movement that is not your own, you thrust the sword into Malin. Roll damage.
Okay. And I would have been holding it with 2 hands, so... It's going to be... Well, that's a pretty low roll, actually. 7 damage.
Malin, you take 7 slashing damage directly to your throat.
What
you
does
feel
that mean?
So you feel the blade press up into your larynx, and all of a sudden break the skin, push past, and you back away, grasping your hand up to your throat. For the next round, you cannot speak. For the next 6 seconds, you cannot speak as you feel the blade, and all of a sudden, Rethanir, you blink for a second.
Can I smile?
Yeah, and as you smile, you see blood is trickling down from the sides of his mouth.
Holy shit, Rethi! I go up to Malin and I'll put 10 points of lay on hands.
Oh, I was about to cut him up to pieces, but alright.
Our rage!
Basically.
During that entire interaction between Rethi and Malin, could I insight check Malin?
Sure.
Just
What are you trying to glean from them?
I'm trying to see if he was secretly working for them, or if he's still on our side, based on what he had said.
I'm gonna say. Sure.
Okay.
So you have. He's a slippery one. He's hard to read.
Okay, fair enough.
Malin. So it's not like lethal or anything like that, but essentially, in what you perceive to be a bluff or goad onto this paltry man of the cloth, it was more the act that he called your bluff and pushed the sword into you that caused you to recoil back. So it was more out of shock. The damage was not life-threatening, but it was also more the emotional and mental reaction of having a blade pressed into your throat.
And Lothar has pulled his axes out, but sees Captain Donar going down to heal instead.
Okay. The rest of you watch as Rethanir essentially attempted to stab Malin in the throat.
I ran off to go get the captain, right?
Yeah, you don't see any. You don't see any.
Yeah,
of this.
I'm oblivious to all this.
Okay.
Oh, Azias is with us now?
Yes, is with you now.
Oh, Azias. So, well, I didn't describe. Were you here last time? I don't remember if I described my character.
Actually, before more stuff happens, I'm gonna shake the blood from the tip of Light Drinker's sheath and just stomp away.
The blood is already gone.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna sheath it and stomp away.
There is no blood left in the blade.
Off to find a new victim, Rethanir?
Stomping away.
Can I just describe my character real quick? For
Yeah. So as you didn't see, your character was there, but you didn't see this. Rethanir showed up last week with a heavy brutish orc in chains that eventually ended up traipsing along with the party. John Lothar, if you'd like to describe yourself.
I am an orc. I am green and tall and very strong. I have 2 hand axes. That mean hand axes. And yeah, not much else really. I'm just an orc.
With you said some, so he's got a
Oh,
huge
yeah,
amount of bone.
Now we've got gnome bones, lots of little gnome bones.
Lothar tall.
Very big. That's it.
Hey, Lothar. How many did you kill?
Lothar can't really count. All of them.
All right. So is there anything else anybody wishes to discuss or about the very recent circumstances that went?
Where are the shinies?
Hey guys, can we like hold off on any other big fights for today, please? I'm tired.
I want shinies.
We'll get them, I promise.
Lothar, if you go to sleep, you might dream of shinies.
Can I rage sleep?
Okay.
It's about this time, Haruki, you've met up with Captain Ella at the town hall. Do you wish to bring her back to the gate, or do you wish to report to her?
I'm just reporting to her.
Okay. So you look over the lithe half-elven female with the shaved sides on the head, tuft of blonde hair pulled back in a ponytail, still with her armor on, some dirt smeared across the face. She looks over. Oh yes, Mr. Haruki, was it right? You're by yourself. How's the rest of your party doing?
Captain, rouse the guard immediately. You need to put everybody you can possibly on the walls. We found out where they're coming from, and we managed to take out a patrol. But as we fled, we saw a lot of them coming this way. You need to have every available guard up in positions immediately.
Since they've never attacked during the day, are you sure this is what you saw?
I saw them coming for us. We ran and got here before them. I don't know how far they followed, but we weren't paying much mind to that.
Damn it, we're not ready for another attack. Listen, I can get my men if I can. Which direction are they coming from? The direction they've always come from? From the south? Where did you see them last? As she puts a hand hard grasping on your shoulder.
Do you have a map?
Which direction? North, south, idiot, which way?
What was it? From north? We were from the northwest.
It was from the
Northwest.
Northwest. So I say from the northwest, and I ask her for a map so I can mark where the temple is.
Get to that. No time for maps right now. She turns around. Gather every available person that can hold a shield or a spear. Get them on the northern gate. Will you join us? She turns back to you, Haruki. Will your
Oh.
friends join us?
Surely.
Good.
Are we here for this conversation?
No, this is happening during the whole confrontation between you and Rethenir, because he sprinted immediately off to go talk to the captain. Bring who you can to the northern gate. We will weather this storm because we must. She gives you a nod and she runs off.
Mm-hmm. I will head back to the group.
Okay. You run back as you see Rethenir stomping his up the path towards you by himself.
Just kind of lost in thought and like looking at the ground. I probably, well, I might notice Haruki's there, but don't acknowledge him.
Why didn't everybody come with me? I thought.
Sorry, I had something caught in my throat.
Malin, you're not this. So this is he's just met Rethenir. So he like this.
Okay.
You guys have just entered the west gate at this point. Haruki is making his way back, and he's about halfway there when he ran into Rethenir after Rethenir has been stopping away.
Okay.
So they're probably within visual, honestly, but you like. You see Haruki coming back as Rethenir is walking away.
Okay.
So I go up to Reth and I'm like, I informed the captain of our current situation.
Yes.
I've had her rouse the guard to the northern gate, depending on whether or not they want to counterattack. So hopefully we can be prepared if they do. But I think it would be a good idea if we made our way there to assist if they should press attack on us.
Despite the liabilities among us, I prepare. Oh, and I get that look like I suddenly remembered something, and I turn around and jog back towards the group and the corpse that Lothar hopefully still has.
Lothar, do you still have? I'm assuming you still have the corpse over your shoulder.
I was not given order to drop.
Is there like a seat or something by the gate? Chair.
Not really.
I sit down with my back against the wall.
There you go. That's probably not the closest thing.
I also don't look that great myself.
Oh, you're pretty bloody.
You see multitudes of broken arrows, various slash marks across both sides. He's holding himself up pretty well, but he's cut up.
Lothar did his fucking job there.
I'm gonna go up to Lothar, rub my hands together. Clear! 15 points of lay on hands.
Buraru.
That was a 1-5, not a 5-0.
Alright, so you heal up 15 points. To this point, Rethenir and Haruki, you both have made it back to the whole group at this point.
Again, I run through okay, I've informed Captain Ella, should there be a counterattack, majority of the guards are heading up to the northern gate. We should probably join them to help fend off an attack, should there be one.
Okay, Haruki?
I mean, we're pretty close to the gate, right? So.
Right, but you guys are by the western gate, because
Okay.
that's where you left from. You told them that they're coming from the north, so most of Captain Ella's forces are heading up towards the northern gate.
Well, I said northwest, right? That's where we went.
Right, the closest gate to that would be the northern gate. You guys can station yourselves ever you'd like along that wall, but...
Hey Haruki, since you and Rethi seems to be making strategies and stuff, when we attack, because I know we will, can it be tomorrow? Because I need to sleep if you want me at full fighting form.
Dinar, I think it's more of when
Let
they're attack.
us go ask them if they will hold off their counterattack until tomorrow. Let's
I
go
said when we
walking back
attack.
into their
We can
temple.
see how much this one will tell us, and I will cast Speak with Dead on the corpse.
Haruki, I said
You
when we
do that
attack.
right now?
Yep, right now as we walk.
Okay,
I'm still on my shoulder.
Still over his shoulder.
let me look up something just really quick, just for my own sanity.
Lothar,
Casting
just like crouch down a
Speak
bit
with
so-
Dead?
Speak with Dead, yep. Corpse must have a mouth and can't be undead. But
is Ka.
I'm just out of spells for the day.
It is Ka. What is that?
Okay. All right. So you cast this, and on the shoulder of Lotar, as you guys make your way up to the northwestern wall, you like kind of walk behind Lotar as you see it kind of.
Do I hear this?
No, it's completely lifeless to the rest of you.
Oh, okay.
Right? No. No, actually, yeah, all of a sudden it starts to sit up in your hands.
I put it down, and I take my axe out, and I go, and I'm...
Lotar!
What is this? He turned back, shiny evil came back. Must kill.
It's not really back. It's just going to answer some questions for us.
I don't understand. Yeah. I step back.
How many of your folk are there at this temple?
There are more than you can handle, that's for sure.
Who is your leader here?
The second scaled will lead us all glory again. He showed us life again, and he will bring us life more.
Would your people counterattack during the day?
We have no fear of the sun, but you puny humans can see so in the dark, I fear.
Not gonna pause on that and then look around, presumably as we're standing around. Is there anything else we wish to learn from this
Where is shiny?
creature? Gonna pointedly ignore that and look at Dinar, Ezjaz, and Haruki.
Yeah, why? What happened?
Haruki, Dinar, Ezjaz, anything else you wish to learn from creature?
What do we learn already?
So no, you would have gotten up and you would have moved to them at this point because Haruki gathered you all to start making your way towards. This was happening as you guys were moving towards the northwest.
I gotcha.
You're still tired, but you're not like snapping up against a wall.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey, ask him who, if he knows where the infiltrators are in this town.
That's actually a good question. Do you know where the infiltrators in this town might be?
Yes, I do.
Fuck!
Breezy got so excited when he heard that question. How many more do we have?
One more.
He said he knows where the infiltrators are. Ask him.
What do they look like?
How many are there?
How many are there doesn't help us if we can't identify them.
I have a low wisdom.
Does he know what their human names are in this town?
What names do they go by in this town?
They go by many names. Simple names.
May your soul suffer forever in the abyss.
And it falls back lifeless to the ground. Once
That
again.
was helpful.
burn it.
So again, I don't mind guarding the gate, but can we like rest around that gate?
We must be on alert, at least.
You guys can wake me up, right?
Hmm.
What time of day is it?
It's maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
DM, how
We
far
got up,
away-
we went out, we got ganked, we ran back. Right, like
How
We
far
did the
away
ganking.
was the temple from town?
It's about 2 miles or so,
Oh,
but more as the crow flies, and you guys make your way there following somewhat established paths and everything. So it took you a bit longer to just to walk there.
When we were running back, you said we were like
Oh, sorry,
jogging.
about 5 miles. 5 miles is what I said last time.
You said we were like jogging. Did we notice them coming after us?
Nobody bothered to check.
By we, I mean people like Rethi, not like Dinar.
That would have been up to you guys to say as you were traveling back.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess I will say that I kind of gerrymandered you guys back here. So I'll say anybody that wishes to, if they like to make a retroactive perception check, I'd allow it.
Lotar?
Or should I just use my passive?
What's your passive?
My passive is 17.
Okay. You that's fine. If anybody else would like to make a perception check, they can. Let's say one other person can, if they wish to.
I mean, if nobody else will, I will.
I wouldn't have thought of it.
Okay, so I'll make a perception check.
Mhm.
3.
Rethanir, again, given the magical blessing of your armor,
Mhm.
you didn't notice anything visually, but with your keen hearing that is heightened from the armor of the Great Grey Wolf, you did not notice any sounds of pursuit.
Okay.
Now, granted,
It might have
visually,
happened, but-
they disappeared from sight as soon as you crossed that. But you did not hear anything either, which is a thing to take a note of.
All right. We should no doubt keep watch and be on alert. I did not hear immediate pursuit, but
I mean, if that was the case, then I wouldn't have been like, "Oh God, you need to get everybody to the walls." I would have been like, "Hey."
I didn't tell everybody that until right now, so you know.
Oh, awkward. This is gonna be a fun chat.
I was really mad before.
All right, to the walls to find Captain Ella again to explain myself again.
Okay, it's not hard to find you as a party. Do you take the body with you, or do you leave it there?
I'm assuming we take the body with us, and not
Lotar,
just
pick it up again.
casually leave it in the middle of the street.
I pick things up and I put them down.
I'm no longer the one that does this. I'm happy.
But
All right.
I will walk with Haruki. Instead.
So you travel up, eventually up to the northern wall. It's not hard. Captain Ella is standing in front of the gate, kind of helping two other individuals move what seems to be a heavy wooden cart that has been pushed over on its side. And they're kind of trying to push it into a position where it would block the easy access to the gate were it to be broken down.
Fairness, these preparations are probably a good idea anyway, so...
Can I go up and try to assist them?
Sure. Make a strength check.
And
Strength.
I will go with him.
All right. So both.
21.
All right, Lotar, make a. So you plop the body down, Lotar, and you make a strength check.
16.
Okay. Without issue, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, from their perspective, this hulking dragonborn and orc just walk up and kind of brush them off to the side, and with barely an effort, push the cart almost all the way up to the gate itself.
I'm gonna try to Beastmaster handshake Lotar.
His fist encompasses your entire form.
That's fine.
I don't know what to do.
Captain Ella kind of stands up. Oh, good. You've brought everyone. Now, you have a better idea than I do. The size of the force that we're dealing with. They've never attacked in the daytime, which is strange. So, what else can we expect from them? Any particular size, direction? There's more of you here now. Maybe more of you can tell us what exactly we can expect.
Well, we encountered not but 5 miles from here, extremely powerfully shrouded temple of some sort,
It was invisible.
concealed
And then it was
with
visible.
mighty illusion magic. It is from this place that we believe these creatures to be coming. Unfortunately, we were noticed, and while we dealt with the first patrol, we were pursued by a greater force. Now, whether that force has elected to pursue us all the way here, I cannot be certain, but I did not hear them. But perhaps I just missed them. They are cunning.
Anton. She turns, and the blacksmith that helped you get some additional information before comes over. Yes, Captain, what is it you require of me? Take your friends. Go guard the south gate. Make sure the guards over there keep a double watch. These are slippery bastards. I won't be caught surprised again. And Anton says, "It will be done, Captain." He runs off with his blacksmith smock, kind of leathery, jumping up and down as he plods along with some of his friends. I'll keep the main of my forces up here to the north. Attack for a direct approach. It's not really their style, but they've also never attacked in daylight, so this might be strange. If you said if you weren't pursued, could be that they were protecting their territory.
They may now also know that we know where they are. That may encourage greater aggression.
I will make sure that my guard up here is vigilant.
Prudent.
Is there anything else that you were able to find out? The size of it? Any defenses? Or were you all not able to get close enough?
How big across was the temple? Like 100 feet, 120 feet or so?
It was like easily 250 feet across.
Ooh, okay.
Like this is a huge temple.
Was a massive structure, and the illusion magic concealing it covered an even greater area. There could be many of these creatures, many more than were even at the town last night.
They said something about cattle. Does that mean they have cows in there too?
Dinar, I think we might be.
Ella gives you a very long look.
What?
Captain, if I might make a suggestion.
Yes, what is it, Millen?
Do you have townsmen civilians that be free to dig trenches? I think it'd be wise to dig trenches around the perimeter of the town so your archers can pick them off as they're slowed down.
It's not a bad idea. We don't have a terrible amount of people to spare, but we could, if they don't attack today, manage to get at least a quarter, the northwestern quarter, maybe several trenches dug. That's appreciate the thought. Really, that was uncharacteristically kind of you.
Also, did you know they turn into snakes?
What?
Oh yeah, they shrink down and turn into snakes.
What?
Creatures can change their form.
Yeah.
And some of them it seems, can assume a human guise as well.
At that, her face, like all of the blood rushes from her face.
Malin?
Yes.
Wow, Snail just put some sugar on her, or salt on her. Malin, do you, is there a way to find out if someone's a shapeshifter?
Hold on. Captain.
Apart from parading them all through Moonbeam, you mean?
Yeah, no, apart from that, apart from battling them all tomorrow.
Do we have advantage?
So you see, guys, you watch as her face, like, the blood rushes from it and becomes extremely pale, and she says, "They can what?"
Turn into snakes?
No, I heard
And-
that part.
Oh, okay.
Assume human forms as well.
She
And I
punches the side.
described the corpse of the creature that we found on our way out,
Okay,
with like the scales at the neck kind of thing.
right. The one that seems to be like it was almost like stuck halfway between.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah,
yes.
Do I know if there's any way to tell if someone's a shapeshifter?
Make an Arcana check.
14.
If you don't know that a creature is a shapeshifter, it's extremely difficult outside of specific magical means to be able to tell if a creature is a shape changer. Illusion magic, like magic that is able to mask one's actual form. There are many varied levels of divine and arcane means to either see through that, dispel it, or counter it completely. True shape-changing ability is much more difficult to see through, as they are biologically changing their appearance.
Okay.
Ooh. I'd like to go back to the corpse for a sec, and
It's with you. Lotor still has it over his shoulder.
with my delightful sense of smell, I just want to get a really good idea of exactly what this thing smells like.
Okay. Make a perception check with advantage, or investigation, whatever you prefer.
I would definitely prefer perception. And I'd like to give myself guidance on that as well, if I may.
Go for it.
Alright, with advantage on that, 29.
You spend about a minute or so around the body, giving it a hard sniff, familiarizing yourself very, very well with the strangely sickly sweet, pungent fragrance of these creatures, almost like the smell of autumn leaves decaying mixed with meat. Like unseasoned, semi-cooked meat. It is a very unpleasant aroma, and it kind of leaves you sick to your stomach for a second while you're going through it. However, because that check was so ridiculously high,
Right?
30.
as you sniff around, there is a metallic twinge to it. And you look down and you notice that the creature is wearing a ring that is untarnished from the blood or the gore or the mud that it has gone through its travel here.
A ring, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Does it come off the finger if I try to remove it?
Do you try to remove it?
With a gloved hand.
Yeah, you go kind of give it a quick little wrench, and the as you pull it off, and it goes past the last digit of the hand, you hold it in your hand.
I want to. I just want to stoop and like take a rock or something from the ground and strike it against the ring and see if it makes any kind of scratch or anything.
You hit it, and there's this little pink, like sound of like rock on metal. You see there's a little like white scuff mark on the rock itself. The ring seems unbent, unbroken.
I suspect this is some manner of magical ring. Given its provenance, we would be wise to be cautious with it.
Tomorrow I can try to detect what's
Does
around it.
does it have any particular features on it, or is it just a metal?
Let me look at my notes real quick, because I have notes on this.
Ooh.
So again, tomorrow I can check. Today, I'm out of spells. I'll wear it if you want me to, Rethy.
Okay.
Have we learned anything about putting on random magic rings?
Not in this world.
You're speaking to the one that learned that lesson. Caladan does not exist in this world.
Not in this world we haven't lived.
It's very plain. It is a simple golden band. And
One ring, got it.
as you hold it in your hand, though, there is an ever-present warmth to it. Not heat, not like uncomfortable, but it's warm, almost pleasantly warm to the touch.
I'm gonna try something crazy. Can I use Divine Sense to see if it's evil or good / anything affected by Hallow spell?
Sure.
To shine in the dark.
Yeah. So Rethnir, do you give it to Dinar as he comes over and asks if he's?
Yeah, sure.
So you give
Yeah, I think that's
So you hold it in one hand and your holy symbol in the other, and you concentrate and you let your spirit connect itself to the deeper natural essence of the world around you, and as that essence passes through you, you get no notes of any evil, fey, fiend, or celestial influence.
Side question: do I sense any evil from Rethy's sword?
You are not touching it.
It's within 60 feet.
Interesting.
I'm just curious. Like, Dinar's not really thinking about this. I'm just wondering if I feel anything.
What's the specifics of?
So it's not a spell. It's a paladin. As an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. You can use this feature 5 times per long rest.
I'm gonna say make a stroll a d20 for me.
11.
You get a vague sense in the area of Rethnir. However, given the patron that he has pledged himself to, it is not uncommon to sense a more death-centric energy from him.
Okay. I feel like I've felt that before. Sometime, maybe.
I've also disclosed kind of what the sword does. So, yeah.
He has disclosed that it is a dark blade that he wears.
Basically...
Malin doesn't know that, by the way. The rest of you, Haruki and Malin, do not know that.
Oh.
Nor does Lotar.
I also picked up the sword at one point, so... I know.
So yes, so the only people, so Ezyaz, Dinar, and Rethnir, you know there's something shifty about that sword. The rest of you don't.
Okay, but nothing with the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, the ring doesn't feel evil to me. Do you want me to try to wear it, see what happens?
Can I cast Prestidigitation on it? I want to warm it up.
Okay. It gets a little bit warmer in your hand.
Ooh, nice.
Does anything happen? Any marks Any writing up here around the sides?
Writing in Elvish,
Maybe some Elvish on the inside.
but in the Black Tongue of Mordor.
You hear somewhere Benedict Cumberbatch start to speak the black speech of Mordor. No.
Yes, tell me more.
Can I speak friend in Draconic?
All of a sudden, the ring transforms itself into a shining blood dragon and burns you all because of past transgressions your ancestors wrought upon it. The ring, it gets slightly warmer. It seems to be the same.
Ooh, I didn't realize that trying to sense evil does that.
Anyway, you are certainly welcome to see if you can learn more about that ring. And if it is not malicious, I might ask for it back. And I turn to look at the captain, and I say, I may be able to identify such infiltrators by their smell, but I cannot guarantee it.
I don't even have the goddamn foggiest to begin. Who would...
Is there anyone new in town since the attacks started? Anyone?
I mean, you all showed up pretty damn recently.
Apart from us.
I
Wait, what do you
cast
do, man?
message on Rethenir.
Okay.
And I say, you should give the captain a good smell. She wouldn't let me go into her library the other night, and it seemed very suspicious.
So weird it's fuck.
I'm just gonna use the message reply to...
Leland, if you could sense a frown.
DM?
Hmm.
Do I have to attune to an object in order to learn more about it during a short rest?
You don't have to attune to it, no. You can spend a short rest with an object to understand more of its properties and gather whether or not it requires attunement.
But like, I don't have to like put it on or anything. I can just learn about it.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down next to Lotar because I'm tired. I'm just gonna take a short rest looking at the ring.
Okay, so you begin to start the process of a short rest.
Yep.
Okay.
So...
Rethenir, do you do anything?
Oh, well, sorry, I missed the end of what she said.
Oh, she...
I just asked her about like the new people in town since the attack started, or like right before.
See what she remembers. Not bad, apparently. It's a couple young folk, maybe 2-3 months back, showed up. Young sandy-haired kid, cousin, he said. Parents were killed on the road. Didn't have anywhere else to stay. They were just looking for some place. Haruki.
Mm-hmm.
These sound exactly like the two teenagers that watched the race.
Do that again, you cut out.
The teenagers, the younger people that she's describing,
Mm-hmm.
sound exactly like the two teenagers that watched the race that you and Dinar had from the West Gate to the town hall.
Huh.
That reacted kind of in like a when they saw an old man outrun a large lumbering dragonborn. Not long after you all entered the town.
What is it,
Just-
Haruki?
Just those two. No one else? Not
The only ones that I saw come in recently. I can't.
that
speak
you
for
saw, but have you taken in refugees? Have guards alerted you of wandering people coming in?
Not many. We haven't had a lot of trade and
Bring-
commerce to be
bring them
honest.
Do you keep them in a certain area? I'm assuming you give them homes, places to stay that aren't occupied?
I don't know. I opened my gates to them.
If
They stayed at the tavern for as far. I directed them to the tavern. I know my guards took them there. I don't know where they've gone.
they can be found, and I can get close enough to them, I may be able to discern if they are shape-shifting infiltrators, or if they are indeed the unfortunate folk they purport to be.
I can do that. I can do that. And she immediately turns and she starts walking away, and you can her fist clenched in knuckle whitening fury as she storms away, looking to try to find one of her nearest co-guards to send off on this errand. And as you all contemplate your next steps, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Hey, I'm gonna get some wine.
Hey.
I guess I'll also take a quick break.
I will rage.
No, you won't.
Redressed. Lotar, me and you, we're strong. John's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm alone. Oh, you're still here. I thought you were leaving too.
Nope, still here.
I'm just resting, staring at a ring. But yeah, if we get into a big fight, I'm fucked. But you know what the beauty of a paladin is?
That you're fucked?
No, that even without spells, I can still do stuff.
You sure about that?
I can still heal for 15 points.
You know what the beauty of being a full caster is?
Cantrips?
Lots more spell slots.
Yeah. Half-caster!
Also cantrips. Cantrips
I
are nice.
used 5 spells that fight.
I used a bunch of spells that fight too, actually.
And it's annoying because the entire reason I used the spells was so they wouldn't run away.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good use of them.
Fuck it. I can't roll for shit today, though. I rolled...
Neither can I,
damage.
clearly.
What?
Neither can I, clearly.
I rolled 2 damage on a Dragon Breath, and I rolled 3 damage on a Moonbeam, which is 1 above minimum.
I think I hit like 30% of my attacks or something, so, you know. And their AC was not high.
No, it wasn't.
So yeah, I got this set of metal die. It was actually not very expensive, and actually I like it more than more expensive ones I've seen.
From where?
It's just like Amazon.
Gotcha. I have a bunch of metal die too if you want, or if you want to try like stone die.
I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, I can give it to you. I got these aluminum die at RTX.
Aluminum sounds unsatisfying.
No, it's so the weight is like in between the metal die that you have and regular, and I like it.
Hmm?
Don't get me wrong, I like the heaviness of the other die, but this the feel of these die is really nice. Like it feels good.
No, I will
mean, you could still-
happily
you could still,
roll
like,
it if the opportunity ever presents itself to me.
Like you could still hear it. By the way, I'm totally just doing a short rest like this.
Whether we probably won't play a terrible amount longer. I do have to get up at 6 a.m. for work, so
Hey,
um,
I'm okay with this.
hopefully you guys are having fun in unraveling the mystery that is dealing with people eating shape-shifting mystery massive of enemies.
Well, if we give it till tomorrow, I can cast Zone of Truth, but that didn't occur to me when I was talking to the captain, so,
If we give it till tomorrow, I could do a lot of stuff.
But will
God,
we be
that
here
laughter.
tomorrow? Is the question.
no, that is an excellent question. Well, I've got my combat loadout, not my social loadout right now, so...
Oh man, Some of us can change spells only on a long rest and don't have to wait to the level up. That's such a rough life.
It's so terrible.
Yeah, no, that sounds so bad. Rethy, you
Having
wanna
to
change
pick
all
from
our
the
spells
whole
because you
cleric spell list. Ugh.
Every
Hey.
time that you go to sleep and you get to wake up with an potentially entirely new spell list up to that level,
It's
that
pretty
sounds
great.
that sounds
Yeah, that
pretty.
sounds bad. Hey, Rethy, do you want to change all our spells because we can?
I've changed some of them.
The point is, I'm in your boat with this.
That's fine. I'll get rid of my warlock cantrips when I level up again.
Huh? I don't know what
Can
spells
you
are.
change cantrips? on a
Actually,
level up?
there's
No, you
no
can't change cantrips.
written
Yeah.
mechanic for changing cantrips. That said, if some of them suck and you want to change them, I'll let you.
Look, I'm never changing Eldritch Blast.
Oh god, no.
Well,
I
that's
was
'cause-
more.
Best damage cantrip.
I just didn't realize
and-
that booming blade was a thing until
and-
recently.
Oh yeah,
Green
booming
Flame
blade's pretty
Blade.
great too.
Green Flame Blade is great for Oswald.
I feel like it's better for characters that only get a single attack, like
No, but I mean it's great for Oswald because he has a feature at level 7 where if,
Oh,
he,
right.
if he casts a cantrip, he can
Yeah,
use his bonus action to attack again. So he's not really losing an attack. But I mean, it's better than the other options for that character. It's good to have that Green Flame Blade.
oh,
So I don't see.
love how it's like we encounter an enemy patrol. Run in 3 different directions.
That was incredible.
Oh,
I mean,
in
John.
my mind was hey, you see 5 individuals commanding the little brutish guys before. Maybe you should run away, or just run headlong into them and try to take them out in a quick secret strike. As opposed to half the party went ah, half the party went ah, half the party went.
I mean,
and then Malin went, "Hi."
John played it
Oh, man.
perfectly because he's a barbarian. Haruki wanted to save him, and I'm friends with Haruki.
It's not that I
It all went
necessarily
really
wanted to
quickly.
save him, and I was actually, before that even happened, I was debating whether the fact because he ran past me, it's just like, could I use my reaction to backhand him
And
Sentinel will trigger, so I just backhand him in the jaw to stop him from moving, which is what I was.
That would be to attack him because that's the sentinel works when you attack, not on a grapple.
He could. Use
No,
his
yeah. So I'm
reaction,
saying,
right?
as he was running by, I would have wanted to use my reaction to
Make
like,
an unarmed
to,
strike?
to make an unarmed strike to make Sentinel proc to make him stop.
Well, I mean, that could have gone a very different way. If to be 100% honest, that could have gone hilariously different if you had let Malin talk.
Yeah, but I was just like, I don't know. I mean, I knew where Malin was going with that, but like, if we were to infiltrate, we were probably.
Well, none of
all
us could
gonna
understand what he
die.
was saying.
I mean, I understand. I understand from like out of character wise, but in character wise, everything's really fucking weird.
Can I ask
No.
a question?
I'm super fine. Everyone acted the way their character have acted. Like nobody was like acted like in a way that was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I feel like
Can I ask a question about Dragonborn anatomy?
Sure.
Oh god.
How long is my tongue? Like, am I like one of those lizards that could like lick my own eye?
No.
Okay, I was just curious.
Malin, welcome
However,
back
if
to
you
the
pass
conversation.
both yourself,
Yeah, I came at the right time.
I know what
Malin's
the
also
title's gonna
curious
be.
about that.
I
How
have an
long is
actual
my tongue?
question.
Find out.
Yes,
episode
Lazar.
10.
Dragonborn anatomy.
If you have Speak with Dead and Zone of Truth, that's still the answers you gave could still be valid answers under both of those. I don't see why that would change.
No, for the captain.
Oh,
He was saying he wanted a zone of truth, the captain, not the.
No, or zone of truth, like the people that, like the new people. We could just like zone of truth them and be like, "Hey, I hear you want to."
well, you still can.
I don't know zone of truth today though, so
Well, you're bad.
Tomorrow.
I mean,
if it's
Ozark?
relevant when we get to
So,
tomorrow, I'll
I'm not gonna, guys. I'm not gonna be able to play for much longer, so I want to get this going.
Alrighty.
So we're gonna get back. We'll say the captain has assured you that she has her most trusted men up on the northern wall, and seeing the state of some of you tells you to go get some rest, and that if
I'm fine.
if the need arises, the horns will sound and you will know to come to the northern gate. But for now, to go rest up, wherever that chooses to be for you guys.
I push the cart out of the way of the north gate and go
What?
outside.
So you
I
all
would
watch
have stopped him from doing that. There's no. Come on.
I'm still looking at the ring.
Okay, so the rest of you watches begins to try to push the cart away so he can get to the gate.
No. Stop. Stop.
Yes.
No. Stop.
Okay.
No. Stop.
Why you keep talk?
No. Just no.
Lotar, behave.
Can I try to push the cart back to where it was before he started to move it?
He didn't really get to move it that far before you all.
I'm just gonna give it another extra shove.
I go and I sit outside.
No,
and
you
sleep.
are outside when you're on inside the walls. You're still outside, right? You can still you're not indoors, right? You're not in the tavern. You're just outside on the street, right?
What is tavern?
Oh, we have lots to show you.
Shiny?
No,
Is a tavern shiny?
will introduce you to tea.
Wha- Okay.
I
If
feel
you're
like you
brewing
would
a lot.
enjoy a nice chamomile tea.
Do I kill it?
You do kill it with your drinking habits. You kill it with your throat.
I never fight with throat.
It is an art. And I brandish my blade in front of him and do a quick like whoosh, and then sheath it again.
I will fight this tea.
You are not prepared to fight this tea.
I will fight it.
I will teach you the ways to fight the tea.
I will learn.
Then follow us back to the tavern.
I follow him to tavern.
I feel like Redding's face was through all that. It's just like,
You hear in the back of your head what sounds like I forget the artist the breakup song I'm so full of love, I'm so lost without you.
Somebody finally
Yes.
understood.
Yes, thank you. Thank
Finally
you.
understood how to make me do anything.
My face is.
and as they kind of walk away, I'll turn to the captain. And that one kind of nodded my chin towards Lotar. Fought with us well enough. He appears to be tame enough that he may be useful in our defense.
Still don't trust him in our walls. Our deal still stands. His responsibility is yours. But is good to know that he fights on our side for now. He seems formidable.
I will be at the tavern attempting to make some sense of this situation. If you're able to find those people, we'll see what I can do.
Shall I send them to the temple to you, or shall I have you be brought to us?
Can you? Would there be a way of?
Hello,
oh.
Rookie. I thought you walked away with Lotar.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Never mind. You're right. And we're walking away, and I'm holding Lortar's hand like the child that he is, swinging it
You are
back
not
and forth.
holding my hand.
I am holding your finger, swinging it
You are
back and
not
forth.
holding any part
We're
of
skipping to the tavern.
Lotar, it's not even been 5 minutes yet.
It is your town and your people. I'm happy to go wherever you would like.
If they are, rather have the gods on our side for this. I'd rather than be.
Sorry, cut out at the end of that.
If we are to do this, I'd rather have them on.
Cut out again.
Hello, hello.
Alright. One more time.
I hope with all of my heart they are not who we think they are, but if they are, I'd rather have the side of the gods, but I'll have them brought to the matron's temple,
Well,
out of sight of the rest of the town. Maybe the fates will be kinder to us there than anywhere else.
you're wise. And I will go off to the temple.
Okay.
Wait, to
So-
the temple or the tavern?
You know, I said the tavern before, but I actually meant temple.
Okay, so you make your way.
Yes, me.
You make your way to a dark obsidian structure, triangular roof that goes way down to the ground. Dark, deep. Now in the daylight, you can see better. Deep, deep, dark, almost like purplish red colored stained windows on the front, and the overhead built into the tip of the apex of the triangle. You see seems to be a somewhat feminine face, the eyes shrouded in a veil, and the veil itself pours down the sides and starts to merge itself within the two sides of the roof. You recognize this easily to be iconography of the Raven Queen.
All right. Yeah, I will. Actually, I don't want to bring Life Drinker into the temple proper. Is there like a vestibule or somewhere else where I can put it? Or I could like drop it off somewhere. Guess I could drop it off at the tavern on the way over.
You could drop it off the tavern. You'd probably, knowing the magical prowess of that, it'd be best to either. Oh, actually, as you have that thought, you hear a voice in your head say, "You fed me today better than you thought you, and that paltry excuse this morning. Take me not from your side. I do my best work in your hands now."
Know that if you give any cause for offense in this place, you will pay. Then I'll go into the temple.
Okay. You walk in and it's large and flat. Is anyone joining Rethnir, by the way?
Yeah, I'm also going to the
Okay.
Raven Queen.
God damn it.
So Malin, you kind of come around the corner just as Rethnir is about to push his way through into the temple. I'm assuming the rest of you have gone back to the tavern to rest.
I'm sitting, staring at that ring, and then once I'm done with that, I will then go to the tavern.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, Dinar, you spend your time with it.
Yeah.
It is a ring of warmth.
Ooh! I don't know what that is, but okay.
It means you can withstand temperatures up to negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit. You do not get exhausted in colder climates due to the temperature, and you are resistant to cold damage.
Oh.
However,
Huh,
it does require attunement.
Oh.
Oh, does it?
It does require attunement, yes.
Oh. Lucky for me, I only have one thing attuned. Sure. I can always unattune later, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, sure.
Unless
Can
it's cursed.
Can I wear that and attune to it?
Sure. I'll say you presumably are going to be taking a rest at the tavern after that as well.
Yeah.
So I'll see for the short rest, you can roll however many hit dice you'd like to roll and any abilities you get back.
Okay.
I will say also, at the very least, all of you guys can get the benefits of a short rest given what we're about to go through. So if anybody gets spells or abilities back on short rest, they get back. If anybody would like to roll dice, they can. So Rethnir, you enter the temple as Malin kind of casually jogs up and walks in behind you.
Ah, hello, friend.
You are not my friend, and I am not yours. Why are you here?
I'd say we became pretty close today.
You would be wrong. Now leave.
Actually, I planned on sleeping here tonight. He-
Why? Why would a godless liar such as yourself desire to spend a night in a holy place?
Well, the cleric, for one, said we could stay here without paying anything.
That is unworthy.
Ah, well, I can walk through the doors same as you, so...
Walk through a different door.
No, I like these doors. It won't even be like I'm here.
Life drinker. You're allowed to make mischief on this one.
Don't. You hear a voice and crawl, and only Rethaner hears this. Malin, you don't hear this. Don't tempt me.
And then you say, well, to Malin, this is a bloodthirsty sword that has a taste for your blood now. Do not give me reason to satisfy it with more.
It seems you don't need reasons. It seems you serve a new master now, from my point of view. So
I've
much of a
got
cleric
one
you
master.
are.
You will rescind your blasphemy.
Or else what? Will you get mad, or will the sword get mad?
You will regret it.
Maybe I will. And I go to one of the benches and just unwind, put my feet up.
Okay. Most of the area itself, it's not like classic like cathedral. Like in the area where the pews would be, it's completely open. However, there are some benches along the side walls that you're able to kind of lounge about, kind of spread your arms. There's really no place to put your feet up, so to speak, but you can kind of almost like man spread your way out in the very, lackadaisical
Disrespectful
way. You, Rethaner, you walk up as you see, apparently willfully ignoring this whole conversation, is a very, very tiny humanoid figure sitting in front of a large crimson pool of this raised dais about 10 feet across. You look and you see a very small gnome, female, with grayish black hair with a shock of white that runs up through the middle, kind of coming down to rest just above her shoulders, dressed in black robes accented with purple. And you look into the temple or the pool itself, and you see resting, pristine, the lifeless body of Krenor.
Can I tell from her robes what her station is? Is she just like an acolyte? Is she a priestess? Is she a full-blown cleric?
Her robes are simple and humble, but there is an air about her even before she garners a certain level of connection.
In that case, I say, greetings, my lady. I must apologize for this one.
It's always interesting what fate brings its way in through my door. It's no matter of mine. You did not spill any blood on my temple, as I would have to banish you both from it forever. That is not what the Fate Weaver wants today. What can I do for you, my young?
Not that young.
Well, no, the young part stands.
Okay.
My young elf friend.
For now, I seek only to pray and understand.
What do you wish to come here to understand?
This one. You preserve him.
It was
Why?
the will. It was the will of those who brought him to me.
Was it the will of your lady?
I not assume to guess her designs, but she has not seen fit to bring him fully to meet what I can imagine to be your lord. Given your shield there, sir. And as you get a closer look at her, you see her face wizen. There's many age lines and wrinkles across her face, and given her gnomish stature, you know that she's easily several hundred years old. Because for a gnome to show age like this.
Right. Well, I'm also several hundred years old.
But it is strange that he took so casually is not the right word, readily to the cleansing pool. His spirit must yearn for unfinished work here on the material plane.
Curious. Well,
It has been quite some time since I've seen such a resilient spirit. And if I have the power to aid these individuals, I would offer it. For it seems to be the will of my lady.
of course. But were there no others in this town with unfinished business?
None that were brought to me. I, of course, oversaw many of the processions, but none lingered the way that your dark friend there does. He seems to have garnered the attention of one of the prime creators. Or at least his armor would say so.
You speak with wisdom.
I have lived long enough to acquire a dollop or two of that, yes.
And given that, I wanted to ask you, as a fellow cleric who seems to serve the gods faithfully and well, what do you do when you misunderstand and misinterpret the divine will, even when it is laid so clearly and before you? I did that when I left this group. And this one may very well lie here because of that. How does one move past such error?
By continuing to move your feet forward. It'd be very easy for me, as the matron of Our Lady, to simply spout, it is the will of fate that the strings pull you in one way just as much as they pull him. But I gather that is not quite the answer that would benefit, nor the answer that satiate a man like you. It is quite possible to follow all the rules, to do everything that has been set before you, and still fall upon the path. We all fall, and her gaze drops for a moment. We all falter. That is life, young elf. That is how lessons are taught to us. We grow as people and as devotees to our beloved lords and ladies above by how we act in those falls. Will we let them consume us, twist us, drive us in upon ourselves till nothing is left but hatred and resentment towards the self? Forever cursed to wonder about the what if? Or do we plant our feet on the ground and push into the unknown, confident that while we may fall today, we will rise with fury and glory in the future, whatever that holds? For that is not why the gods gave us free will. To make these choices our own, to rise and fall as we see it. It is not your fault your friend lies here. But by your actions you may seem to sow the seeds of fate to bring him back, as can your friends. That much is apparent by how you entered, and currently reside, as a side glance goes over to Melin, in my temple.
Thank you for your words. Given me much to consider. If I could just take some time to pray.
Please, you are welcome. As much as, again, with a side glance over to Melin, anyone is.
And I shall.
Okay. Melin, is there anything you wish to do while you were in the temple?
Yeah, I call out to Matron Anita Fiddlefen, and I say, any word on these red-eye ravens I've been seeing?
I have spent the day meditating on them, as it has been a day since we've spoke. And while no vision from my queen has come to me, there are, from my experience, potentially two manners of which this might come to pass. Certain practitioners of the arcane possess the ability to pass their sight and smell to the animals they refer to as familiars. And while that occurs, it is not uncommon for there to be physical changes to the animals. The other, which is slightly more dour, several weaker, smaller fiends disguise themselves as common carrion, rats and weasels and crows and ravens. And the uncharacteristic mark of those are red eyes. However, without meeting or being in the vicinity of such a creature, I would be unable to tell you specifically whether this is the other.
Interesting.
I will say, and you would know this being a learned person, and Rathanir, actually, this would be common knowledge for you as well, give background. Fiends, ever since the Sealing War, have been incredibly rare.
Except for those couple demons we fought in Andor. Or those were really rare.
Those weren't demons.
Didn't we fight the leaping demon thing?
The leaping demon.
Or the Titanite demon?
To get the...
Yeah, to get the Titanite.
Yes, and that was very rare.
Okay, yep.
Leaping demon.
Nope. I'm going through my head, I'm like, leap what? Like...
You know, the thing with the leap attack and the lightning, and oh my god, we're all gonna die, and Yoffman's
All I
gonna
remember
hide
was
behind a
doing
bush and
50
cry.
damage in a hit. That's what I remember.
Right. Yes, and you would have recalled that was the first time in Rathanir, your long lifetime, that you had directly encountered anything of a truly fiend origin.
Okay.
But yeah, both Malin and Rathanir, you would know that if this is the former, that is cause for concern. However, if it is the former, then potential yay. All right. Dinar heads to rest in the temple. I'm sorry, in the tavern, and lays down for a well-deserved sleep.
See you guys.
Bye.
Please.
Bye.
Is there anything else you wish to ask or do, Malin?
No, that's it.
Is there anything anybody else wishes to discuss or ask about?
Do I conquer tea?
You stand there readily as Haruki walks up, a wry grin on his face, and said, steaming clay mug in front of you.
Now, you must wait. But not wait till the tea is so cold that it is, just room temperature, but not drink too soon that you burn your, tongue and esophagus. You want a nice tingling sensation to the tea that accentuates the taste. And I put the tea down in front of him.
I sniff.
It smells sweet, weird, like flowery.
Is there blood in it?
The blood of many herbs.
He just opened up like so many pathways in his brain that herbs bleed.
That is essentially what tea is. After these herbs have been defeated, crushed, broken down to a singular point of existence, they are boiled viciously and turned into art.
For they are weak.
Weaker than us.
I am strong!
Are you?
And then I drink the tea.
In one fell swoop, he grasps this tiny teacup and quaffs the entire down. Lotar, it burns every inch of your tongue and your esophagus, but it burns with the fury of knowing that you have bested this tiny, pathetic, weak excuse for a planted product.
Can I crack him on the knuckles with the sheath of my sword?
Yeah.
You fool.
What?
You have let the tea best you. It is not something you indulge in a single gulp. You take your time and enjoy it. And I just sip on the tea.
Like torture?
Lotor comes out because your entire mouth and tongue and esophagus are burned.
You are not ready to defeat T.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I just sit there
So,
shaking my head.
So as this giant orcish creature screams at the top of his lungs, I am ready! Touching an empty mug of tea with a wry grinning older man sitting there sipping happily in front of him. We will end tonight's session.
I can't wait for the fan art on
kidding
that
me?
one. I want the
I
fan
just
art.
got here.
That would be amazing.
Entertain
Whose
me.
fault is that?
Now that's some. I want the fan art on that.
An old, wry fucking Asian dude just sipping tea, and the fucking orc losing his shit. Oh, so funny.
That was just finally. You fucking got it. You got it exactly.
Mm.
The herbs are weak.
By the way, Blim,
Yeah?
you failed that saving throw by 1.
Huh?
I know.
To stop himself from pushing his the sword into whatchamacallit's throat.
Not that upset about it, though. If it were like anyone else, it would have been like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Eh.
I'm
Yeah.
happy that you did it, though.
Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Follow, like, subscribe, all that nonsense. And then tune in next week, possibly for the next episode, and see us all get eaten alive at night by snakes, because that's what's gonna happen. Yay! Bye!
Says you.
Some of us will get torn apart first.
Been there, done that.